That is Planet Telex. It's by Radiohead from the 1995 album that I still remember the exact moment I heard it. The Bends. It's number 111. Fuck, we're at 111, dude. The final 100 are coming up out of 500 on the 500 with me, Dane Cook. I'm Josh Adam Meyers. You know that. The people that are listening. Tell your friends, dude. We're doing the relaunch of the final 100. We want everybody to join in. I know 500 was scary. These are the 100 greatest albums in the history of mankind ever recorded off of the Rolling Stone magazine list of 500 greatest albums. I don't know if we agree with everyone, but I agree with the album that we have today. But that's besides the point. Have you been watching the podcast, everybody? Because it's on YouTube, youtube.com/the 500 podcast. And if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can support Code Red Emily Kagan, who books all the incredible guests. JT in some country that I don't even know. I think it's Ibiza or maybe Hawaii now. Fucking Alex, who does my scripts and does a production when we are in the Zoom world. And me, I'm on the road. Not this weekend, but next weekend, I will be with Big J. Okerson because I'm helping him write on the Kevin Hart roast. So we're going to be up in Providence, Rhode Island. It's Big J headlining, but I'm going to hang out. Then I'm doing Netflix as a joke. Not this show, May 4th. Me, Big J. Okerson, Bill Burr, Nikki Glazer, Adam Ray, Brad Williams, Josh Wolf, and Jelly Roll, Goddamn Comedy Jam at the Roxy. And we have some special guests coming. Can I say it? Should I say it? Should I say it, Lekka? Nick from The Strokes. Got some people from Queens of the Stone Age coming. Somebody from Rage Against the Machine coming. And possibly one of my favorite artists of all time. You've heard me talk about him. I just got back from Coachella. That's why I don't have the voice, everybody. Moon Tower Comedy Festival as well. I'm exhausted. But May 4th at the Roxy, I think tickets drop today. So go to joshadammeyers.com or go to punchup.live/Josh Adam Meyers. Follow me at Josh Adam Meyers on all social. And yeah, come to the shows. The weekend after that, I'm doing May 8th, the Greek Theater with Jelly Roll, Andrew Schultz, and Big J, a couple other comics. Then I will be April 23rd. I forgot about this. I'm at the Hook Theater in Atlantic City. It's a big show for me. Tickets are selling well. Let's pack this shit out because I need this fucking payday. Plano, Texas, May 15th to the 16th. I'll be on Mic Drop Comedy. I'm going to be in Vegas. I don't know why that's not up there. At the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club, June 12th through the 13th, Chandler, Arizona at Mic Drop Mania, and June 18th through the 20th, I'll be at the Sacramento Punchline in Sacramento. On my Punch Up Live, I definitely have the date. I know it's in May for the Las Vegas show. That's one of my favorite clubs. Come out, joshadammeyers.com, at Josh Adam Meyers. All right, let's get to the fucking little skadoodle about the record. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how much I love Radiohead. It's one of those bands that changed my life, and this is where it started. I still remember taking ketamine for the first time at UMBC where my sister was going to school, and this Russian kid, he said it was like weed, so I did it. But it's true. He did. And then I was in a K-hole, and he put this record on, and I was like, fuck yeah. I went out and bought it. And from that point on, I've been obsessed with this band. If this record doesn't make you feel something or hasn't made you feel something you've never listened to before, which is shocking, I get it. You know, the world's a hard place. Sometimes you don't want to listen to something this dark, but I think it's apt for what we're all dealing with right now. And my guest today, you don't say anything because I'm not introducing you. She's right there. But don't act like she's not, everybody. My guest today is comedian, actress, and probably one of the most recognizable breakout stars of the Vine era. Continues just to blow my mind of just how cool this girl is. Fearless, offbeat humor, internet's one of the earliest internet viral voices, and my ex-girlfriend, Brittany Furlan. She has her own the podcast. You're not doing it anymore, but Worst First. But I know it's backlogged. You can go listen to that. Movies, television, she's done everything. And if you really want to laugh, just go on her old YouTube and you can see some of the old clips. And I mean, really one of the funniest people that I know. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that because she might be sitting right there. Rate, review, and most importantly, subscribe to the 500. Listen free on all platforms or anywhere you get your podcast. Follow me at Josh Adam Meyers on all social media. Follow the podcast at the 500 Podcast. Email the podcast at 500podcast@gmail.com. Follow the Facebook group run by Crazy Evan. And for all things 500, go to the website, the500podcast.com. Nothing left to say, guys. Here we go with number 111 out of 500 with The Bends by Radiohead.
Dude, we've been through some shit.
We have been.
When I started dating Josh, my face looked like a jalapeno.
Your what?
My face used to look like a jalapeno. That's why I used to go yoink.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget because, and I'll say how we met. Well, this was funny.
Oh, God.
So there was, on this strip right here, we're in Sunset Boulevard, one of the most famous streets for rock and roll. We're Whiskey's right there, the Roxy, May 4th, goddamn comedy jam if you're in town. But they used to do the Sunset Music Festival where they would shut down Sunset Boulevard and everybody would have bands. And then the Comedy Store tried to do something. And there was a show called LOL Palooza. And it was like a bunch of musical comics. And because of the Unknown Theater, which was a huge thing in my career, where I met Elemento P, where I met Burr, Porter. No, I didn't meet you there. I did not meet you there. I'm telling you where I met you.
Oh.
I'll do this. I'm telling
you. Okay, you tell the story.
Yes, okay. I'm the orator in the relationship. You know, you're just like, I got a fucking flappy pussy because my husband's dick is enormous.
Excuse me, that was a joke.
I know, it killed.
It's a joke. It's a great joke, and it's not true. But they released it everywhere.
Beautiful pussy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Top 0.1%.
It's nice. Okay, it fuck you guys. Fuck you, Daily Mail.
She didn't change her pussy.
No,
she changed her face. You said it. What are you talking about? I'm just going with you.
I did.
So we did LOL Palooza, and I am a year and a month or two into stand-up, so I'm garbage. And because of the Unknown Theater and Chris Porter and Angelo and fucking some other guy, Brandon Christie, who works with like Robbie Williams and blah, 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 but he got us on the show. And you were there with another comic, and I'm going up towards the end, and you thought I was probably more successful than I was. I think you said that to me later in our relationship.
I just liked your style because you just you looked like dirty. Like I like people that look like.
What did you call me? Do you remember what you called me? Bummy.
I like people that look like unkempt.
Like shit.
And like dirty. Like remember, I went on a date with a homeless guy by accident.
No, you didn't.
I swear to fucking God, when I used to work at Jet Rag. I swear to God, I worked at Jet Rag on fucking.
Do you remember when
we're going to get so sidetracked. This is going to be Tangent City. Let's focus.
Okay, but I
met you and I was like, that guy looks disgustingly dirty. I love it. He looks like he hasn't washed his nuts in 4 weeks. Let me meet him. And what about me? Like when I like a guy, I go up to them. Didn't I go up to you?
No, you didn't. No. What you did was because then I wasn't DJing at the strip club yet. I was doing security on that Saturday because the show was on Friday. And on MySpace, because that's how long ago it was.
Oh my God.
You sent me a message and you had that Jane Fonda picture with that.
Yeah.
And so then we decided to meet. And I'll never forget an RIP Fuquan Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
But you came to meet me. And I'm gonna have to give you the hugest compliment too. So let me finish this. Is you came to meet me. I was in like Echo Park doing a show.
Yeah.
The show was already over, but you were on your way. And I'll never forget, it was 2 comments been coming, is that you were walking up and Fuquan goes, yo, you lucky. Because you were gorgeous. I mean, you were so hot. You still are, but like you were just so attractive. And then I don't know what we did, but eventually we go back to my place and and this is the thing.
And this was when you lived in Beechwood Canyon.
With Byron and Maxine.
Maxine.
You're still killing the game. And Byron's killing
it. Yeah.
He was our first guest on this podcast.
Amazing. I just ran into him. And yeah, and you lived with Maxine. I remember we went into your apartment and you had like a mattress on the floor in a bedroom or some shit.
It was on a box spring. It was on a box spring. I did get it off
barely on the floor, but
Craigslist.
Barely off the floor.
Oh,
but I don't know. I don't think we hooked up the first night.
We hooked up.
Did we?
Yes, we did. Oh, we did. Trust me, we did. We didn't fuck. Well, we hooked up.
Yeah. We didn't have sex. I consider hooking up sex.
Sure. We did 8th grade shit.
But then but then I feel like we just vibed as friends and like we just connected.
You're very easy to get along with.
Yeah.
I'm very personable.
Yeah.
But this is the moment I'm gonna give you a compliment. Is from living in LA. You date girls and they're like, watch this thing I did. And I remember you were like, because you had just done Reality Hell
on E.
And you were like, watch this thing I did. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to fucking be garbage. And you were funny.
Thanks.
Like you stuck out. I remember you showed me that short film that you had done where, I don't know, it was like a ghost hunting thing.
Yeah.
And just, you had this line, you're like, so have you guys, you're talking to these young girls and the camera's just like going by and he goes, have you guys started your period yet? Oh, and then it was like, you just have a thing. And that is why, you were destined. I always knew you were going to do something. And just, so it was like, I remember seeing it and just being like, oh yeah, this girl's going to be something. And it was attractive. And then we moved in with each other within a week later.
Yeah, and we lived in a fucking
shack.
1 bedroom, a 1 room apartment on Detroit Street with 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And then we finally upgraded to South Plymouth.
After so we started dating in September, and then in February you found the place. You just built
and then I made our place so cute. Like people thought we were balling.
Oh, God.
Remember, I would get the best furniture and I would get the best deals and I would made the place fucking gorgeous. Oh, I'm so good at interior design.
With my new apartment in New York, I immediately called you and I said, here's what I got. Because I got those 2 chairs from that woman, Michelle, that I was staying with. And when I moved in, and I would never buy 2 coral chairs.
Yeah.
And I had the painting of Miles Davis that I had commissioned, and it had a little bit of coral in it. And you were just like, this, pop, pop, pop. The bedroom, paint the wall. The thing, get this, get a black
buy this
thing,
rug.
that.
And then you're like, I don't want that rug. I'm like, you need the rug. All right.
Oh,
Make
I'm
some
so
sacrifices.
Glad. The rug in the living room got so nasty, though. Well, towards the end, had diarrhea, or she threw up or something. Great. And my cleaning lady was like, we got to get rid of it.
I'm sorry.
But the one in the bedroom, the black and white checkered one. That
one's dope.
It's dope. And I was dating this other girl. She was young. She was 22. I was 42. I do all right.
Well, all right. You might want to cut that out.
No, I don't mind.
I
won't date that young anymore.
Still
that's now I'm at 46.
Crazy.
I'm like, nah. But I like being single. I love my life, man. I love being
Unless
selfish.
you find someone that's perfect for you.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Now you're with fucking
Thomas.
Tommy Lee. What if I hook up with
I've been with Thomas for 10 years now. It's just weird. Okay, so we lived together for 2 years. That whole thing with Angelo. People know about Angelo on the podcast.
Dude, come on.
Of course they do.
I mean, I try to talk about Angelo as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I want to I have questions about that later.
Yeah.
But because we got into this, and this is what I'm going to say, is right before we moved to each other, I tell this story sometimes, is about, we got this huge fight because it's weird. I now know what I want in a relationship. And at the time, you had 2 friends. One lived in Vegas.
I still have no friends. I don't trust anybody.
I know, but you're so...
People are shady. Watch out.
Everybody loves you, though.
I know.
And that
I do. I know a lot of people, but I don't hang out
exactly.
With
But it's dude, I have 3 friends.
Yeah.
I lost Sickler. We don't talk anymore.
What?
We'll talk about it later. Okay. I talk about it on the best-selling podcast. I vaped while he was in the hospital. And
you did?
I didn't think about it.
You vaped on his injuries?
No.
What the fuck's wrong with you? Didn't he almost die? He was having surgery.
And we cried on the phone every
day. On him?
I literally got off the plane and ran to him. And I just was sitting there and he seemed fine. And then I just was like, I didn't think about it. Dude, I vaped everywhere. I vaped in the Vatican.
You've vaped on people's children. You vaped on a baby. Here.
Dude, I might have to unfriend the birth ward.
You just start vaping on me while I'm here. Just the first thing they breathe in. I'm dead.
But yeah, so you should always have 3 people to call: the main guy, the second guy, and
then the guy that's tired of hearing about it. Isn't that like a Mark Maron joke?
Yeah,
where he's
it's a brilliant joke.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story is, what were we talking about?
You said we got in a fight.
We got in this huge fight. Because it was we hung out for 4 nights in a row. And I got to go to an open mic in the Valley. And you're
you were hitting so many open mics.
But I had to. It's my job.
I know.
And you just wanted my time. And that was beautiful. But it was Brittany, we've been hanging out.
You were like, I really got to do Paul's Cheesesteak Shack. Listen, there's 4 people there. I'm going to crush it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me,
You're like,
dude?
can I come? And I'm like, Brittany, please, let me just hang out with Ange. And you're like, you're cheating on me. I'm like, I'm going to fucking that.
And then remember when I would come and I'd do the open mics
and
you
Gerard, do way better than me and kill everybody. Yeah.
I would
we'll talk about that
And Gerard Carmichael would be like, you need to keep doing this.
Tommy, the booker of the comedy show, ran up when you you got a thing.
Yeah.
You got a thing. And
I love it. And I've been doing it again, which is fun.
Which you should, because you're very talented.
Thanks.
Now, that being said, I remember you were like, if you fucking leave, we're done. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going. And I saw it in my apartment still, so I was like, and you were like, well, fuck yeah, blah, and you screamed that, and you closed the door. And then you started calling or texting me like, I'm out right now with Emil Hirsch, and he says you're too old to make it. I'm like, I'm 30. Speed racer. Alpha Dog says I'm too old.
Oh my God. I remember that. What's up, Emil? I'm fucking dead. I was.
You are.
It was with him, and I think it was me and Emil Hirsch and Shiloh Fernandez. Oh my God, back
Shiloh
in the day.
Fernandez? Or no,
I think
you said that I knew the fuck that was. I know Emil. He's Speed Racer. The other guy.
But how shitty are girls? I was so young and immature. I was like, I'll make him jealous. But he'll see what my other options are. Well, I'm going to go out with this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so shitty how women do that.
And we were so tight.
I would never do that.
And we were so tight. We loved each other so much that when you were like, fuck you. And Angelo was like, dude, like, you know, she's great, but dude, you got to do stand up. And I go, you're right. And in that moment, I was like, I got to make a choice. Do I move in with this girl or do I keep the apartment? Because I was only paying $500 a month at that apartment.
Know. And you had a hookup.
I did. And so what had happened was I turned my phone off and then the next day I go to work and I had like 40 messages from you. And it was like, don't worry. No. But it was so funny. Because at first like, fuck you. And then it was like, I love you. Please come home. And I go.
So bipolar.
I go, I think I got it. And then I go, all right, now I can come in with my stipulation. I remember sitting on the couch and I said, listen, I was like, I get it. I love you. I know you want time, but I have to do stand up. Like, I know. I just want to be with you. And I'm like, I want to be with you too. But here's the deal. I'm going to move in with you. But we got one rule now. And you're like, what's that? And I'm like, Angelo and I get to have sleepovers.
Oh, yes. And I loved it. And then you and Angelo would have sleepovers and then you would pass out on opiates at 10 p.m. And then me and Angelo would hang out all night and we'd go on YouTube and we'd sit there and we'd just roast everybody. It was so fun.
And I think, and I mean, if maybe I'm right or wrong, because I
loved that. Me and Angelo got super close.
Of course.
And I wanted him to stay over all the time.
He was the best.
And he slept on the green couch. With Maggie Poos and Wiki.
He loved Maggie Poos
and Maggie Poos and Wiki.
Maggie Poos was such a bitch.
Maggie Poos hated everybody.
Wicked was the shit.
But she loved Ange.
Yeah, I remember when we broke up and I was like, all right, you can leave, but can I have Wicked for like 5 days? And you're like, yes. No, but
we have to tell everybody why we broke up.
We'll get to that. I got all questions about this. We got to talk about Radiohead.
My husband's gonna watch this and be like,
he's great. Dude, I love you, Tommy.
He loves you. He's kidding.
I love him to death.
He knows. And that's what's cool is that we're all friends. Like, I love Heather Locklear. Like, they're very close still. Yeah. And Maite, remember Maite who went out with Prince? And her and Tommy were engaged for years.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
Maite Garcia, gorgeous. They're all still friends. I'm like cool with all of them. They're all very cool.
Well, I'll say this.
We're all friends.
Dude, and you know how much I root for you. And
I love that. And I root for you too.
Oh, dude. And the same with Tessa. Like, I root for everybody I've ever, only 2 girls I've ever
This is the other girl Josh went out with who has literally knockers bigger the size of my head.
She says as one's about to vomit out of her fucking.
Okay, listen.
I'm trying to get your views.
He likes big boob bitches.
No, I don't. I like fat ass. I like Bruce Lee titties.
She literally, her boobs are the biggest boobs I think I've ever seen. What's her full name?
Tessa Fowler.
Dude, look her up.
Yeah, you Tessa Fowler. You gotta type Tessa Fowler XXX.
Knockers. Like,
I remember, boobs.
Bro, when you told me you were dating her, and I was like, I'm curious. Let me just check her. I was like, oh my God. Like, the one breast is probably like as big as my skull.
It was. She was so much fun. Oh yeah, 100%. She never takes her bra off. She's like, I'm not letting him sag. Like she would sleep in her bra. She had this thing.
Sports bras.
She had this thing she would put it like when she slept that would like divide her boobs. But
really,
dude, she was lotioning them. I mean, dude, she was making at one point because when we broke up, we always kept in touch, and she was making when she started OnlyFans. I remember she put up this post like, hey, I know every other girl's doing it after the band, but I might start. She started and just killed. I mean, she's probably low key a millionaire at least, and she quit.
Well, that's
But
anyway, sub my OnlyFans.
She kept it. Oh yeah, subscribe to her.
Sub mine too, guys. Thanks.
Super hot. Look at it. Titties are out. But what I loved about, and we'll get to it too more in detail, but it was like another compliment is, and I think me being around Ange accelerated me getting funny, and I think you fed off of that too. It's because the 3 of us would just stay, because Brittany stays up until 5, 6 in the morning, shaving the dog, probably.
I'm on the witching hour.
And then you sleep until 4 or 5 p.m.
I get up at 11 now.
And you wear the most raggedy clothes.
I do. I sleep in like the most ripped up, fucking disgusting bed shirt. When I first started dating Tommy, he was like, because he wanted me to sleep naked every night, right? And I would show up to bed in this like ragged fucking Cure t-shirt from like 1992 and it had like holes in it, huh?
I just bought a vintage one.
Yeah,
and
he'd be like, "What the fuck is that? That's not hot at all." You know what I mean? Like, it was horrible. And I would
stay hot at the beginning, and then it's like, I gotcha. Get ready.
Hey kid, does your wiener work or not? Yeah.
You start clearing your throat for a blowjob. All right, you ready to do this? Radiohead.
You don't think I looked good without makeup on?
You always look beautiful.
I'm dead. I'm going to kill myself. Anyway, Radiohead, the Bends, where I used to slip my wrist in my room to this. Okay.
Well, you've always, like, musically,
so depressing.
like, I'll give, no, Radiohead to me, I don't find them depressing. Like we've done on the podcast, we've done
Karma Police, Pablo Honey.
No, that's not the album. The album's called OK Computer.
OK Computer. Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, OK.
We did OK Computer a few months, maybe less than a year ago. We've done, I think we did Amnesiac. We haven't done Kid A yet. That's their highest ranked record.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. We've done In Rainbows.
Yeah.
And so now we're at the record, like I said.
Jumping around.
Well, it's not. I didn't make a list. I mean, I would have put OK Computer higher, but I get Kid A. It's like that's the changing record. Because like King of Limbs, I remember when that came out, I was on opiates, staging at the strip club, and I remember I sat in the bathtub just for like days listening to it. We'll get to that later. But
this is why we broke up.
I remember, because I've talked about this band, and when the guests I've had on, whether it was Swartzen or Alec Berg, the writer for Family Guy, this is an important band for me. This was a life-changing band. And I remember when this record came out, because, all right, well, you're younger than me. So do you remember when Creep came out? Do you remember this?
Of course I fucking do. I was probably like 12 or 13.
No, because I was probably 13, 14.
So then I was like 9.
How old?
I'm 39.
You're 39?
Yeah.
What are we doing for the 40th? Are you doing something big?
Kill myself, jump off the roof of this building.
It rules getting
Slip
older.
my wrist to the bends.
You look so great. So know that.
Thank you.
Peptides.
Yeah, peptides.
I'm 46.
You know what? I
like
don't take peptides, but I fast.
NAD plus?
I don't take that. It makes me sick.
Oh, okay.
I've tried. You know how I am. I'm so sensitive. The only thing I take is glutathione, and I take, it's like L-creatine. Not creatine, but it's like, anyway, it's like a thing that helps digest carbs. But I fast. I only eat 1 meal a day. So I don't eat anything.
You did that for a long time.
For a long time.
Remember the fucking shitty turkey with salsa?
I've been doing fasting since you've known me. I mean, look how skinny when you met me.
I don't think you did it on purpose.
Not on purpose. I was just anorexic.
You weren't. We didn't have money. Can I talk about one thing? Can I talk about one thing?
We were so broke.
Can I talk about the thing?
Me stealing shit?
Yes.
Oh, I was a klepto.
But dude,
I had to because we were poor.
We were surviving, and what happened was we found a Tiffany locket at the place over by Umami Burger.
Yep.
And you were like, well, I'm gonna fucking sell this. How are they gonna sell this for fucking $20?
Yeah.
You bought it, sold it on eBay, and I
made like $340.
Yeah, a lot of money off it.
On it.
And then, because we were broke.
We were so broke, and Josh worked at a strip club as a DJ.
Day shift.
And I would do random acting jobs that I would get, but it wasn't consistent, but I was here and there. And then I would go with him, do stand-up at night sometimes, and then we were broke. And so I was like, I'm going to go. Became a reseller before it was like popular. And I would go to Goodwill.
You're always selling your clothes.
Always selling clothes.
Always selling furniture.
Upcycling.
Distress it. You find something on the street. Dude, I'm telling you.
I was a hustler.
You were a survivalist.
Grade A hustler. And I would never ask my parents for shit. I mean, my dad's helped me out. Shout out to Ron. Ron hooked me up. Ron hooked us up a few times.
Of course.
But then it was so funny because I remember I would come to you for like rent or something. You'd be like, oh, I'm short this month. And then I'd find you in the bathtub with like an empty pill bottle, and I was like,
"No, I didn't know. You never. No, I hid it very well. I
find the pill bottles.
You found everything.
I found fucking everything. Everything.
This bitch.
I was like, and you know what's crazy? People say like
Sherlock Holmes.
I am sure I will figure out everything. That's one thing about me.
Involved in that, where that dick would go, or what goes in that dick, or where that dick is at.
Yeah, I find it. I find everything. And first of all, you worked at a fucking strip club with like hot ass strippers. Some of them.
What are you talking about?
Some of them were hot.
No, I had Isis.
Oh my God, Isis! I remember.
Amara.
Anyway, so we lasted 2.5 years, and here's the crazy thing, Josh.
What?
Every boyfriend that I had before you, I never looked through.
Warren, right?
Who?
Warren, the guy.
Brooke Schwartz.
No, there's another guy that started with a W. Will.
Oh, Will.
Yeah, remember, we'll talk about
it. Okay, Will. The guy I dated in high school who's in CDC, the fucking hardcore band. Cool Dudes
I think
Chillin'.
It was CDC. I thought CDC is like a Christian.
No. He's in that Cool Dudes Chillin' band. I dated him in high school. I dated this guy Ian. Anyway, never looked through a phone. Never was like, let me investigate anybody. And then the only reason was because one night you came home and you were acting fucking weird. And I don't remember what it was.
Cheat on you. That's what I say.
But I found those messages from that girl.
But I almost did. Dude, it's That was the
Water
first
under the bridge.
No, that was the first long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And
But that's
because
the first
of the
time I ever
painkillers,
looked at anything.
because of the painkillers,
Yeah, you
and
weren't
then
fucking.
also the fighting, because
Yeah.
we would have some of these blowout arguments.
Yeah.
Because that's what you get from your mom.
Yeah.
And your dad is like the level head. So I was like dealing with like an angel versus like, come on, you fucking down with the sickness. Where is my motherfucking affector?
Shout out to Effexor.
Shout out to Effexor.
I still take it.
Good for you.
Keeps me mellow.
God forbid you didn't. Moral of the story is I didn't, but I met when I was at a club and this one dancer came in and she was flirting with me, but she was being very, just me, we're talking, and I was like, well, I'm a comic. She said, oh, I like comedy. She's like, I'll come to a show. And so I was like, well, here's my number. And then she's like, we should hang out. And we were maybe just having like a rough period. We hadn't fucked in a while.
Yeah, because you were taking pills that made your dick not work.
Well, and then once I lost my erection once, you start thinking about it. And then you're like worried. And it was like, dude, if I had the money to get Viagra, which I take all the time now, because sex is about being present. It's about being present.
I'm dead.
What?
You take Viagra?
So I don't, dude, once you lose your erection once,
it sticks with you forever.
You think about.
So that's happened to you since us.
Oh my God!
That one time, but it was because you were on drugs.
But it's in your head.
But it was because of the opiates. It would not happen now.
I think it was a cornucopia of a battery of things. But the moral of the story was, I remember me and her kind of like the girl, we had set something up, and then I go, you know what? I said, day up, I can't do this. I was like, if somebody cheated on me before, I would hate that. And the girl, she's like, fuck you. I didn't know you had a girlfriend. I go, all right, well, I deserve that. And then I kept the photo.
I don't remember the messages. Yeah,
no.
The photo.
This is all true. I deleted all that.
Yeah.
But she had sent me. She was hot. She sent me a photo of her ass and like her back puss, and I was like. And so I showed Byron, and Byron goes, yo, man, if I was you, I would delete that shit, dude. And I go, no, I'm going to put it deep into my Hotmail. I was already on Gmail, and I'll never forget. It was a Saturday night. We were watching, you made me dinner. We were watching Girl Interrupted to give you a fucking
my life's
crazy. Ha, ha, golly, man, son, be my.
My auto.
Just me looking at my phone again.
My autobiography, Girl Interrupted.
Fuck off, dude. That movie. And I woke up and you're holding the phone like, yeah, motherfucker.
Did I punch you?
Oh, God, yeah. You hit me when you laugh, bitch.
I do. I fucking hit you, didn't I? Did I hit you?
No, I wasn't abused.
Oh, okay. It wasn't abused.
It's besides
I've never
point.
abused
Look,
anyone, but I was like, maybe I smacked you. I don't really remember.
And then, but we'll get to all the other shit because I got stuff. We got to talk.
This is so crazy. I'm crying. I'm like laughing so hard.
I'm having so much fun. All the listeners are too.
It's so funny because it's like so long ago, but it like feels like yesterday too. Like now I'm remembering everything.
Oh, God.
And I'm sitting here and I'm going, my God, I just remember like, but it was fun too. It was a fun time.
Young.
Like we were struggling, but I will tell you something, like I was never unhappy. We were having fun. Like we were going to these open mics at night, which was so fun to like watch all you guys. And then that's what made me get into stand up. Because of you guys.
If we would have had a little bit of bread to be able to like go out to more dinners.
It was struggle city.
We would have gone to concerts
we couldn't
together.
Live.
We would have done anything. And we were talking about earlier, we got so desperate that Brittany, because she's such a beautiful girl and she's so disarming, would take that. You got like the thing. She would go to, I remember you stole a $7,000 jacket from Saks, and then we sold it. You sold it online, and it was just like, it was like incredible. Like, so, and then you would like order lunch meat from Ralph's and be like, thank you so much. Put it right in the purse. And be like, nibble on some turkey.
I know, and that's the horrible thing is like, I never stole for like.
It's
like,
not like.
It wasn't like I was stealing because I was like, this is great, but we did have to survive. But then when you did need a new wardrobe, you'd be like, babe, I need.
Wait, let me tell the joke. I do what I say on stage.
Okay,
I go, man, when I was like, this always worries me, honey. I don't want you to get in trouble. So if you feel the heat, let it go. Drop the stuff. But always remember, I'm a 30-30, okay? Always 30-30 medium. I'm a smedium.
You did. You would hit me up whenever you had you're like, I'm getting headshots done. I really could use a new. And I would go get you shit. Listen, I hate to admit it, but I stole probably
thousands.
I mean, hundreds At least
You think hundreds of
at least
thousands?
$800,000
Fuck
off
off.
of
Good for you.
merchandise.
Good for
Not
you.
good
Never
for
got-
me.
Oh, dude,
I feel horrible. I only stole from big places,
Yeah.
and you know, I do feel
no shade, by the way, dude. It's survival.
It was like we had
We're
nothing,
broke.
and I was like auditioning,
Living in Hancock Park
living in
or
the
Koreatown,
we got
whatever you wanna
lucky.
call
That
it.
apartment was like on the brim of Koreatown, but it was
like,
nice.
It was like a block away from Squiggly Line.
Yeah, but it
Line.
was nice, and
Yeah.
it was like but it was cheap too. So it was like we figured it out, but it was like, man, at the time, probably what, I don't know, $1,200 a month, and we could barely do it and eat
every month.
And we were trying to pay your health insurance, my health insurance. Remember your car insurance? What happened was the last. This is horrible.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
Anyway.
Because we're going to talk about the accident. We're going to talk about Ange. But I want to,
it was really bad, you guys. I mean, I'm not going to lie. We were, you know, it was just really, really bad. And I'm not the kind of person that ever likes to ask anybody for help. Like my dad would help us here and there, but like I didn't want to go.
I would ask mom, like, Mom, my car's in Hawk.
Mom, I know that Jeep, the Jurassic Park Jeep that looked like it had been picked up and thrown by a dinosaur.
It was
insert a photo. Anyway, it literally did. All it needed was the Jurassic Park logo on it. I'm fucking dead, dude. That thing was so loud. Remember the neighbors would get so pissed?
He put sugar in the gas tank.
Oh, yeah. They fucking hated you, dude.
That gay dude that lived upstairs.
He was like, fuck this guy in his loud ass car.
Oh,
he fucking
so
hated
sad,
you.
That car would have, you know, if it wasn't for the accident, because when the accident happened in the weirdest way for the car, it's like the car was done after that guy put the sugar in the gas tank. Because my muffler was broken, and your dad was like, "I'll buy you a new muffler."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't need it. We need food.
We needed food." But so you want to say what happened? So basically, we get to the end of our relationship. You were on drugs. I was depressed.
I think I was sober at the time when we were breaking up. But after that cheating thing, we were like together. But I think you were already kind of.
I was like, I gotta get out of here. And then I got cast in a music video.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what it was.
I just remember you started watching this guy's clips, and then he started coming around.
That's how I met him.
Interesting.
I got cast in a music video for, I don't know what it was, some fucking band.
Loke Duke, 45. It was always some shitty thing.
Some fucking.
I thought he was fucking Stanley Kubrick.
It was some emo fucking band, hipster band, and he was like, he hit me up on Instagram. No, it wasn't Instagram yet. It was probably MySpace.
No,
right?
you might know. Instagram was just at the beginning.
Maybe just beginning Instagram. And he hit me up and he's like, hey, I want you to be in this music video. I want you to be a star of it, whatever. So I go do this music video, and I just we hit it off.
You hit it off. I thought he was gay. And so you're like, I was like, go hang out with him. I'm gonna go hang out with my buddies.
Actually, you did not mind me hanging out with him because you're like, oh, he's gay.
I hugged him at one point. You guys at the comedy store because I was like, I thought he was gay.
He was just a hipster.
No, dude. He's gay. He's gay. I don't give a fuck. And then you left. And then I took Wiki for a few days. And look,
so I moved in with him. We moved into the Hollywood Tower, which is across from the old 101 Cafe. Did they bring 101 back? 101 Cafe?
It's a different name, but it's all the same.
It's still a cafe. Yeah. Anyway, so I literally just moved out of our apartment, right?
Yes.
Didn't I fast? And then I moved in with him in Hollywood Tower. And I remember this broke my heart. It was like the first night I was with Randall, and you called and you left me a voicemail. And I wish I would have saved it, but I had like a BlackBerry at the time. I didn't even have an iPhone, but it was like, Brittany, I love you so much. Come back. I
need somebody to do my laundry.
Probably. Because what did you say about me? I'm so motherly. Well, like I turn into like people's mom.
What's funny is
but you did leave me this crazy sad voicemail.
Of course. I mean, dude, it was like we had a home together.
And I remember Randall, I played it.
Oh, fuck off.
And he was next to me and he was like,
That's fucking gnarly, no, he Brad. Did. He was like, hold on, let me go put on this fucking weird shawl.
Don't, bleep that out, so nice.
No, he's not. He's a dildo. No, dude, he's a dildo. He's a dildo. He's a dildo. Because he did to know that
I'm friends with everybody.
To hug me and come around me, knowing that, and whatever we might have told him, and that's not a big deal. But it's like, I would never in a million fucking years do that. So you're a dildo. I'm glad your career went fucking nowhere. And I'm glad I'm fucking killing it 10 times more than you. I love this girl. And I'm glad to be homies. No, fuck him. It's fine. My podcast. My podcast. He ain't on it. Radiohead.
Okay, so the Benz.
The Benz.
So this is
But I'm going to say this. I'm going to put a period on all that.
Okay, put a period on
We were done.
Yeah.
could have been handled differently.
Yes,
and
it
I
was
think
handled
you loved me
badly.
still, so it was hard to pull the Band-Aid off, of
Always
course.
be your friend.
But
yeah,
it took time, and we didn't see each other a long time.
Mhm.
And then we ran into each other at I'll never forget when I got
Jim
New
Jeffries'
Faces.
birthday?
No.
Okay.
We ran into each other. So I got New Faces, which was such a big deal. And I was like, yeah, that'll show Emil
Both
Hirsch.
of us got New Faces.
You didn't even get my joke. I was like, I got New Faces. Like, that'll show Emil Hirsch. Told you I'd make it. And we got to get to Radiohead. I'm so sorry, everybody.
This is going to be a 3-hour long podcast.
No, we'll do an hour and a half.
Okay.
As soon as we're done with this, we go into the album. I got all the facts. I got everything. I'm having a blast. And
I am too.
Guys, this one's for me. You would listen. I got to do all these podcasts with people that I like. When I get to have somebody that knows me in and out, and I know her in and out, it makes me so comfortable. When the second you said yes, I was glowingly excited because I was like, I get to hang out with my friend.
Yeah.
I don't ever get to see you, and it's great. So like I said, I got New Faces, and I remember, yeah, that'll show Brittany. We hadn't been talking, and then I go, what's this new app, Vine? And it's like,
10 million.
I've got like 10 million followers. Like, you motherfucker! Fuck!
I'm like in Variety every day. They're like, she's going to be the next big thing. And then nothing happened.
Well, no, everything happened. Don't worry. You killed it, dude.
I did at the time.
And you still continue to. And then I didn't see you for a while. And then when the Jam was taking off, I remember we were getting ready to go on tour and really do a bunch of stuff. And I went to go to the post office right next to Erewhon. And your fucking big head ass with no calves walks out, gets in your Mercedes, and I'm like, oh fuck, I hope you didn't see me. And then you literally, everybody's supposed to go that way, and you go, yeah, and we're like head to head, and you're like, and then we stop and we talk for like an hour, and you were already on the outs with Randall, like he was barely around, and then we nothing. It was nothing sexual. It was just like we would get lunch, and then you helped me like make pants. Remember you make shorts, and then we just stayed friends, and that's great, and I
think that's healthy. It's like if you've loved someone or you've been in a relationship with someone and you have a friendship too. I think why not stay friends? I'm literally friends with all my exes except one.
Will, you're not friends with Will?
Oh no, I'm not friends with Will, but I'm also okay, so 2. But I'm friends with all the other ones. Like
the other guy? Oh, no, the other guy can.
No. Yeah. I'm not friends with him. But I'm friends with all the other ones, everyone that I can be friends with. I'm friends with because I'm like, I believe in like peace and happiness and like, like it's cool. Like just Ringo. Be chill. Huh?
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Okay. No, but like I try to just be like, it's you think about the time that you've had with this person. It's like it doesn't like think about the good stuff.
It's like an album. It's like an album. It's like this record, or it's like okay, or Appetite for Destruction. You sit with it for so long and you might be like, oh God, I can't listen to Sweet Child of Mine ever again. But you still love it,
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I just feel like I'm grateful for the people that I've been able to maintain friendships with, because I feel like you guys know sides of me that like not everybody knows. You know what I mean?
You know that you sleep till
11 a.m. Used to be 2 p.m. or 4 p.m.
2?
I know 4 p.m.
4 or 5.
Tommy's gonna die when he sees this. It's
that was how I connected
funny.
over him. I mean, like, she ended up doing the Jam.
Yeah, and Tommy
and you
came.
you said the exact same thing. That I was hoping. I was like, dude, I really hope she wants to bring Tommy. She goes, I'll bring Tommy. I'm like, oh, thank God.
And John 5.
And that was awesome. I mean, he's so talented. He's so Tommy was such a cool guy. But and I remember me and Tommy were like talking for a second, and I would never be like, whatever. But I remember I just went to him. I go, does she still sleep till 5 p.m.? He goes, oh my God, man.
Yeah, and Tommy's doing great. I mean, obviously we're not going to talk about everything, but he healthy.
Good.
And he
looks great.
Doing good, and he's taking care of himself. And like, I do think it's really funny when I was thinking about all the guys that I've dated, and I was thinking about you, and I'm like, every single guy that I've dated has been an addict. Every single one. I haven't dated one guy who hasn't been an addict.
Really?
I mean, that's crazy. Not even one guy.
One guy was addicted to eating mattress pads.
No, I mean, listen.
Did you laugh at that? I thought that was funny.
You were opiates. Another one was addicted to hookers. Another one was addicted to kratom. Another one was addicted to alcohol. Like everybody has been an addict. And I was sitting there thinking that on the way here when I was driving, and I was like, what's wrong with me that I feel like is just everybody an addict?
I think everybody's addicted to something. I do.
Really?
I do. I think we all have
that's
our
interesting.
things.
You think we all have addictions in a way?
I mean,
Tommy's like, you're addicted to your phone.
Sure.
He's like, you're an addict.
I mean, you are. I mean,
yeah.
we're addicted to something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I would have said you were addicted to. You.
I've never been an addict though. Like I could do drugs and then just be like, all right, cool, and then never do them again.
You were addicted to me for a moment.
Oh God, I'm dead.
Might as well face it. You're
addicted to love. I am addicted to love. Maybe that's what I am.
You are.
And that's
I'm
why
a lover when you
girl.
got with Tommy.
Yeah.
I said, man, I think that's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
Because I love fucking crew was such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And also it's cool to be Eskimo Brothers with Tommy Lee.
Dead.
Which, but in this day and age, I fuck some older women too. Who knows? Some of those roadie bitches,
Oh my
I'm kidding.
God.
It's a joke. It's funny. They wrote a book called The Dirt, for Christ's sake. I mean,
No, Tommy has a great sense of humor.
He's an awesome guy.
Honestly,
and I was so happy when you got together. I even said, please invite me to the wedding. You're like, it's going to be small. I go, I can DJ.
We didn't invite anyone.
I know you didn't.
We kept it really low key. I mean, and listen, like, I know a lot of people judge me, and I've been through a lot in the last, year and a half. But I will say this. It's like, unless you live in someone's situation, like, you don't know what's going on. And I'll just say that,
But life is hard for everybody. And it's sometimes shit gets out there and sometimes shit doesn't.
I'm just happy my husband is healthy and happy. And I will say, like, I'm so happy.
Good.
It's been so good.
I'm rooting for you. I just want, because it's true. You are addicted to love. You want to be loved and you deserve it. You're a great person. You were always there for me when you were there for when my dad died. And I'll never forget that. I'll never how strong you were. It made me strong to get on that flight.
I know, because you couldn't even like get on the plane.
I was like, I was devastated, but because it was so out of nowhere. My mom, I'm at the strip club DJing, and it's like I ran outside, and then I called Jody on the way home, and Jody was like, she was like, Josh, this is bad. Yeah, it was like you might bring a suit, and and then I broke down, and you had the bag packed, and you were this, and then just so because of that, it's like in all the other stuff we could say this, and this, but it was like you were so great. The funny thing is, I never even think about my dad anymore. That's the crazy thing.
He was hard on you.
Well, but
he loved you, but he was hard on you.
Sure, but
I remember meeting him, and I was like, "Oof, he's like tough on you. Like your mom loved the shit out of you, but she has really bad anxiety, and she put that on you.
She imprinted that. I mean, same with your mom.
Same, yeah.
But also, like I am able.
But your dad was tough.
Yeah, but and if anybody,
like nothing was good enough. But I do think that if he saw how much you've done now,
oh, dude,
he would be blown away.
I always say this because I would rub my success in his face, but there would be no bigger fan of this shit. That's the reason I'm into music is because of my dad. The reason I'm into movies is because of my dad. Comedy, all that. But we've all, dude. I love that. I don't know if my dad. I got a friend who's been so mothered and fathered by his fucking parents that buy him everything and do this.
I know.
He has no drive.
I'm so jealous of those people though. Like, what's it like to have like a normal, loving family?
No, but fuck that, dude. I have such a chip on my shoulder that's why I'm the herpes of comedy because they don't want me. So you keep creating and you keep doing shit, and then they just like this guy won't go away. It's like
herpes of comedy.
And I'm flaring up right now, baby.
Everyone knows you.
I am
Everyone
very successful.
in the scene knows you.
I create, I make things.
We all know Josh Adam Meyers.
And when I get roadblocks, I pivot and work on something else.
You're the most driven person. I mean, like you're the only person I've known that's like performed at the Comedy Store probably 100,000 times and you're not on the wall yet. Like that's crazy.
It's interesting.
It's interesting because it's like, I mean,
I don't give a shit at this point.
I know you don't. It's like what Motley's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I know that's not.
How crazy is that?
I vote on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too.
You do?
Because of Tom
You
Morello,
and Dave Grohl and
I vote. I've been voting for the last 5 years.
Wow, good for you. Well, fucking give Motley a vote because I'm like, dude, how are you guys not in there? And fucking who just got inducted? Mariah Carey?
They'll get in.
If
they don't get it, if they don't get voted in, what they'll do is it'll definitely be an honorary award. I mean, Warren Zevon hadn't, because always the ones that are like, because it's run by that guy, I'm gonna fuck his name, Jan Werner or whatever his name they got from Rolling Stone. Dude, the Monkees never got in. And they were like, they were so influential, and that's the thing. And my buddy Morty, who helps me write the show sometimes, he would push for him and Warren Zevon and it's just Kiss. Dude, they didn't want to get Kiss in. Dude, it's The Cure. There's so many bands that have fought. Now you're always going to get those ones, like Radiohead's going to be first ballot.
And Motley won't fight for it, but like they're Motley, they're glam metal. Like they started glam metal. Like, come on, like glam rock.
Glam metal.
I feel like
Glam metal.
Yeah,
Yes. Glam rock
metal.
is obviously
Glam
like, you
metal,
go back
yeah.
and back. But yeah, and I think that's,
But they were like the pioneers of it. I don't know, whatever. They set up so many other bands and, who knows? Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. But isn't it kind of crazy? It's just kind of like, wow, it's kind of shocking.
It'll happen.
They're going on tour. Oh, by the way, this comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy is re-releasing Tommyland, The Ride, and he's putting a new song on it. Remember Tommyland, The Ride, his album? He has a new song coming out, and that's going to be on there. So that's out today. So guys, if you love it, Tommyland, The Ride.
Can we play it? Can we play it at the end of the podcast?
Absolutely.
We always try to play a band that's like Radiohead, but
yeah, Tommyland, The Ride is back out. It's re-released. They did it in Dolby Atmos. We have a Dolby Atmos studio at our house.
Mm-hmm.
So he fucking remastered the whole thing. He worked so hard on it, and yeah, it's out today.
Go and get it.
Go listen to it.
Stream it. Buy it. Whatever you do.
And okay, so let's talk about the Bends because
when did you get into Radiohead?
Such a big dude. I was so depressed in high school. I mean, you know this about me. I used to be like a cutter. I got like hospitalized. It was horrible. So I'd be like wanting to kill myself.
That's kind of girls I like.
Yeah, you like the fucking real fucked up ones. I was like so depressed because I had like no relationship with my mom. I was just raised with my dad and my brother, and I was so sad all the time. And I would just like listen to, Radiohead. I would listen to like, I don't know, fucking Depeche Mode. And like, I just was
all like bands.
I would just like be sad. And like, I remember listening to the like, Baby's Got the Bends. And then like, it's like, what else? Just is on that album. You do it to yourself. You do. That's what really hurts. I just remember like, I loved all Radiohead and I was obsessed with Thom Yorke. And I just would sit there and I would literally listen to this music in my room in the dark till like, we had no fucking internet. We had no,
are you millennial? You're millennial.
Yeah, okay, millennial. Yeah. We had nothing. So it was like maybe dial up AOL. Like, but that's it, like chat room, but you didn't have anything to fucking really entertain yourself. There was no Instagram, no fucking TikTok, no nothing. So I would just sit there, light fucking candles and fucking listen to Radiohead and cut myself and be so depressed. But like it was weird because I used to.
Is that what happened to your calves? You shaved them off?
No, but that's where I would cut so that they wouldn't see it. No, but that's where I would cut so they wouldn't see it. I have all the scars on them now. But yeah, but it's like, and that was like my way of like releasing endorphins because it would like every time you bleed, you like release endorphin. Anyway, I was so depressed. It was a nightmare. And my dad ended up catching me and then I got sent to fucking Foundations Behavioral Health. It was fucking in the city. And I remember
in Philly, like, okay, so this is where you're going to be staying.
Dude, it was so, no, bro, it was like center city Philly.
The accent was even thicker.
Ghetto.
Yeah, okay.
My roommate was like, I've been raped 7 times. I was like, she's like, my parents are coming to pick me up today. And she would sit by the window and no one ever came. There was a guy who would like, dude, it was so horrible in there. And like, I remember I was like crying like the first night I was there. And this fucking nurse comes in and she like grabs me by my hair. And they were all tough and mean because they were used to dealing with like really mentally ill people. I mean, the people there were like eating their fucking faces and shit. Like they were fucking like, listen, I'm crazy, but I'm like, I'm a normal girl crazy. I'm not fucking, dude, the people in there, it was like, oh, that's crazy. Like it was scary. You know what I mean? Like people didn't even know who they were. You know what I mean? Like they didn't even think they were real, banging their heads against walls and shit. I'm not even kidding. Like it was scary. This fucking nurse drags me down the hallway because I was crying and she opens the door to this room and it says the quiet room. And it's a fucking metal door with a little slit and she opens it up and it's fucking mattresses all against the walls and mattress on the floor. And there's a girl in there and it smells like piss. And she's like, if you don't shut up, this is where you're going.
Oh, no.
Dude, it was so horrible. Like mental health system was so bad.
Can I get their address? I feel like staying there for a little bit. I think I need to work some shit out.
It was really bad, dude. And then you just anyway.
But
so anyway, that's how I got into Radiohead was because I just like I heard them on the radio. I do. I'm very emotional.
I used to listen. You should like always be listening to music, and it would either be like hard rock, but even like the rock that you would listen to. It was always like like. I don't know, say like the Kills or something.
The Kills or the Strokes or like
cattle black, whatever
Tilly on the Wall.
But I'll never forget like one of the coolest things I always said was one of the cutest things you ever did is we're listening to. I can't not hear the song and not see you sing it. which is a 9 Inch Nails song off of With Teeth.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, back in Gallo as it's cold. And because we used to drive in that little fucking VW that I scratched.
What you believe, bite the hand that feeds. Yeah.
And so,
I mean, I've loved 9 Inch Nails, so that's why I would like listen to 9 Inch Nails. And I liked Marilyn Manson for years too. Like I used to listen to
I know.
I listened to Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids only because remember Greg used to be cool back in the day. My brother, he used to fucking play electric guitar. Yeah, my brother was the one that got me into all of it. My dad would take us to Ozfest,
Yeah, you're cool.
Because my brother was like into that music and stuff. Anyway, so I was into that stuff, but I was depressed. I was so depressed.
But when
I had one friend, shout out to Nadine, who I'm still friends with. Remember Nadine? Nadine DiPlacido.
I thought your brother was going to fuck her that one Christmas.
He loved her. He loved her.
Remember
he still loves her.
Remember he was an astrologist?
Okay.
Different
Gregory Furlon Tarot. Yeah. It's still up.
Okay, so the moon is going to be in the fourth phase.
Dude, my brother changed so much. It's crazy.
He's a dad now here.
He's a dad now. He's doing great. We're proud of him.
Radio.
I'm proud of him. He's got 2 kids. Okay,
I'm going to say,
bro, we can make this podcast let's go out to eat.
Let's go out to eat. No, it won't. We're going to go out to eat.
Anyway.
I got a show at 11:15 anyway.
Where?
Also at the Laugh Factory.
Oh, nice.
Also, I got an early flight tomorrow. He's got to fucking edit this shit. And
yeah, Mark's like, I'm going to kill myself.
No,
he's like, talking about you killing yourself. I'm going to kill myself while I watch this podcast.
I mean, this is way more comfortable than Roddy Bottom was. And big ups to Roddy, because I made that fucking gay joke about the comedy thing.
God.
And it was amazing. But I mean, I was like giddy as a schoolgirl. So
I loved Radiohead. I've been obsessed with them for a while. Are
you still a fan of theirs? Still all the records?
I'm still a fan, and I still have all the. My dad actually just mailed me all my old CDs, and I had every CD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I ran into Tom York one time
you were saying
at Chateau Marmont, and I was. Listen, I don't usually get starstruck. You know me, like I'm pretty, like I'll look you right in the eye. I don't care. Like I've met most people, right? But Tom York was someone that, because it had been so many emotional moments for me, and listening to Radiohead had been so emotional for me, that he was at the checking in at Chateau Marmont, and I remember he just turned around, and he's got like the
lazy eye, yeah.
And I remember he just looked at me, and I just froze. Like I just was like a deer in headlights, and he just was staring back at me, and then he just turned back around and probably like, this girl's good, like a huge fan, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But I couldn't even say anything. That's how, and I'm not like that. Like I'm normally be like, hey, what's up? Or like, I'm a big fan or whatever, like just keep it moving, right?
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, like I froze there, and I regret, like,
how long ago was that?
God, that was probably like right after we dated. It was a long time ago.
I just went to the Chateau Marmont for the first time like a month ago.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I'm not a big dude. I don't do anything. I go to concerts. Once I moved away, I was like, I never went there.
So I used to go there a lot back in the day. Not really anymore, because we don't really go out that much. But I mean, it was just he was probably one of the only people that I've met. And I've met fucking everybody at this point, but he was one of the only people, because of that connection to the music, that I just was like, holy shit, I can't even say anything. I have so much respect for him.
Of course. I mean, the band in general, like, is held up to a pedestal. And I think and I'm telling you, it starts here.
Yeah.
Because, this album let's talk about why this is essential. This is the real debut. Mm-hmm. This isn't Pablo Honey. And nothing against Pablo Honey, but the Pablo Honey is not on the list.
Okay.
There's other records, all of them, I think on the new 2020 list, I think most of them are, maybe Pablo Honey's not. I actually want to do a sketch about like Johnny Greenwood they're writing Creep, and Johnny's like, how about I do like a Kachunka? And they're like, I don't know if that's going to work. He's like, please, I'm telling you, let me have fun.
I love it.
But this is where, like I said, this is where they become Radiohead. Because you have to understand at the time, it's 1995, Britpop is exploding, Oasis, Blur are dominating. Too. They are the gold standard of 90s Britpop.
Just saw Oasis.
Alt rock is evolving into something more introspective. Don't forget, in America, you've got Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and some of the original, like Soundgarden. It's the reaction to hair metal.
Yeah,
which was too big.
It kind of pushed it all out.
Oh, well, dude,
like it killed it all.
All music has waves. I've said this a million times on the podcast, but it's just they all have waves. Like the reaction to Limp Bizkit and Korn was the Strokes.
The best. Yeah. And by the way, I remember, so when did Room on Fire come out? 2003 or 2004?
No, it was 2002, because I think, no. I'll do that math. You want to check on that for me, Mark?
That's with the one with 1251, Reptilia.
Come out?
Yeah, with 1251 Reptilia, it was Room on Fire. I remember, I think it was 2003, right?
So it's 2001 and then 2003. You're right. You got it.
2003. Okay, so I'm in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. It's 2003. And I walk into a fucking random coffee shop, right? And I'm with Ron.
Good old Ron.
Ron's
baby.
with me.
Big ups, Ron.
And
Square ass.
I run into
It's her dad, by the way.
Julian Casablancas. Jules. And he's standing there at the counter in fucking Doylestown ordering coffee. I was just listening to them in the car. Dude, I freaked out, but I was chill. But I was like, in my head, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to hit on this guy with Ron here? You know what I mean? Like, how am I going to work Ron into the equation? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, he was so handsome. He was so skinny and tall, fucking looked so good. And he's tall as shit. I think he might be even taller than Tommy, but I remember I just had such a crush on him and I was so nervous. And I go up to him and my dad follows me.
Oh, fuck off, Ron.
Oh my God. I was like,
why you cock blocking Ron?
Lay back.
It could have been Brittany Casablancas.
I was like, fall back, soldier, fall back.
You could have fucked Brendan Boyd from fucking
I'm friends
Incubus.
with Brandon.
I know that.
I have stories about that too. I hung out with him.
Radiohead.
Anyway, Radiohead. Okay, but can I just tell you this?
Finish your strokes thing.
So Ron follows me, and I'm walking up and I'm like, excuse me, and I'm so shy. I'm like, excuse me, Jules. I'm like, dude, I fucking love you guys. And he's like, oh, really? And he was so sweet. And we had like a thing. We had like a moment. He wasn't with a girl or anything. We're talking and Ron's like, oh, you like the coffee cake here? Like, I was like, oh my God. Like,
your dad's like an 8-year-old. Dude. And he's like, I'm down.
And he's like farting. And I'm like, oh God.
Trying to make you laugh because you're fucking depressed as shit. You had to fucking turn into goddamn fucking Pee Wee Herman. Brittany, come on, let's go to get lunch. You haven't eaten in 3 days.
Entertain me. Anyway, my dad killed the vibe and Jules. And then I was like, all right, it's clearly not going to happen. Can I just get your autograph? And I have it still. And it's a little tiny piece of paper from this coffee shop. And it's like, love, Jules.
I love that.
And I still have
That's
it.
So sweet.
And I love him. And he was so nice to me. And I was such a loser fangirl. And like, I'm not even like, people are like, oh, you're a fucking groupie. I never dated any musicians besides my husband. Like,
I mean, I'm kind of.
I was going to say, unless you consider yourself a musician, but I didn't date any fucking musicians beside my husband. I like a lot of music and I've hung out with people, but I've never tried to date anybody. I usually just keep it low key, but I'm like, dude, it's just so crazy. Like, and now like the Strokes revival at Coachella, like it's such a full circle. They killed it.
It was really, we had a really funny moment. I'll tell this story to you, and then when I got to get to this record because we could talk for 5-6 hours. Oh my
God, you guys would
You'll
get
come
so
back on.
sick
You'll
of
come
us.
back on. I don't know. I think everybody. I love it. I don't give a fuck about them. Mark in Toronto loves it.
This episode's for us.
Sometimes you gotta do it.
We're the only ones listening to it. We're like, this is great.
No, dude, fucking my boy in San Francisco, the writer, the Lou Reed fan. He listens to everything. That's my fucking boy.
I'm dead. Okay, so wait, we're talking about the album. Okay,
dude, Rich is listening to this. Rich, I know I got my diehards, man.
Shout out to
Mark,
Rich.
Dude, I love. But what I was saying was, I went to go see 9 Inch Noise right before the Strokes.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And I went with Nick, the guitarist.
Yeah.
And he goes, dude, go. I got to play guitar. I got to practice.
Yeah.
Dude, 9 Inch Noise. They ended at 8:40. They ended at 9:45, and the Strokes went at 10. And because I'm an artist, or with the artist, and I have the artist pass, I run because I was on the audio booth, so I could hear the show and really see it. And I run to the fucking carts, and there's like line, but I have the artist thing, so they're just like, yeah, get him in. He's got to get to the Strokes. They get it, and I couldn't get. I was trying to find his son and his friends, so we could hang together because we've been hanging all day.
Yeah. And
I don't know where they are. And there's no reception at Coachella.
Yeah.
There's no reception. And I'm like, so I try to the stage and then I get on and then I get kicked off and I'm getting yelled at for this. And I mean, I thought I had all the passes and I had pretty much everything, but except the all access on the thing. And then I get yelled at by this guy and I go, now I can hear them playing. And I'm like, fuck, they're 2 songs in. Fuck. And then this is so funny. And then I go to his manager, Andre. And I go, dude, I'm trying to find his kids. And I got kicked off this. And he goes, come with me. And he goes up to the stage. He goes, you can sit here and beside stage. And I'm like, no, I want to go with them. And then the guy who yelled at me, like apologizes. He's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it. I'm like, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. I've been on tour before. I know what this is like.
Yeah.
And so then he takes me to the artist, like watching area in the front of the stage. but I have to walk because you have
You
all
have to
the
walk in front
fans.
of everybody in the barricade, in front
Bro,
of the barricade. I know.
They're 4 songs in, and it's like, and Nick looks right at me and goes, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, he looks at his watch, like, I'm sorry. Like, I told him, I was like, dude, the security thing, and he goes, no, I got it.
That's
God bless
hilarious.
you. I love you, Nick. You're homie
It's
supreme.
such a crazy thing, and man, we've just lived such a crazy life.
I have the best life in the world.
Me too.
I am, dude.
Despite all of it, all the things that have happened in my life, like, I don't take back anything. I think everything happened for a reason. I really do. The bad things have all led to better things.
Well, even Angelo passing away is so much good. It's just made me a better person.
Yeah.
It's made me appreciate life. When I finally dealt with everything and I listened to what he had taught me, he was the one that said, combine comedy with music. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
Dude, anytime I've fucking done that, I've made a lot of money.
People love it.
And because I'm having fun. And the podcast, this is what we used to talk about. Yeah. And I mean, dude, he lives vicarious through me because we always talked about when we had money of going to concerts. That's all we wanted to do. Like, we'll go to a movie.
He loved music and he loved movies. He could name every actor in every film.
Well, he would be the perfect guest for every album. He would be, I have Wayne Fetterman when I can't find a guest. This album didn't feel like it was a Fetterman record. I needed somebody because I knew he wasn't a Radiohead fan like I am. And I wanted to find somebody that was. And I'm so happy I went to their Instagram. Well, I went to their Instagram page and you were the first, you followed him and I was like, oh, Brittany. I was like, oh my God, we need somebody immediately. Please hope she's available or I hope she's not sleeping.
I'm taking Tommy. We're going to go see him. I'm so excited.
I went to London. I saw all 4 nights at the O2. Oh, dude, that's why I don't want kids, man. I like being selfish.
I mean, I'm almost 40. I don't know if I want kids. I don't think it's going to happen. How is it going to happen? It's probably not going to happen.
If it does, it does. And you'd be a great mom.
Thanks.
But because we both have examples of what not to do. That being said, the bends.
So, baby's got the bend.
Let me say this. This is why, which we just covered at Moon Tower. We opened one of the shows with, I would do 2 songs at the beginning. We opened with Fake Plaster Trees one night. And and then we went from that into Freedom 90 by George Michael. Cause I think George Michael's, oh God, I love him so much. And then another night, on the first night we did Mamas and the Papas, California Dreamin', because we did that record last week.
Yeah.
And it's such a good song. And then we did OK Computer, Paranoid Android. 6-7 minute song that was for me.
Tommy calls me Paranoid Android.
Well, you are an android. I am Brittany. Time to make a Vine video.
Wait, so what's your favorite song on the Bends?
Well, we do at the end.
Oh, okay, just kidding. Never mind. I'm dead.
Don't bury the lead. I have a whole thing.
All right, I'm gonna let you go then. You rock it. What else was I gonna tell you? It's just so funny, isn't it? Because it was like, all this stuff happened and we were both struggling so hard. And I just want to say this for anyone that's like out here that's like struggling and you're like, I'm never going to make it. It's never going to happen. I mean, what did it take? It took me like 10 years.
No, it didn't. It did not.
Yeah.
You were going to be successful by hook or by crook. I got a lot of early success after we broke up. And then,
yeah, you did.
But I had to keep creating. And I'm hitting 18 years in August of doing this shit.
Yeah, you've been doing it a long time.
And I'm telling you, because of peptides, I look amazing.
What peptides are you taking? GHK, whatever?
I'm on enough to kill a terrapin.
I'm scared of them.
Dude, I go to the doctor. I am so on top of it.
All these people take like GLP-1s too. Do you take that? Like
I do Retta. I'm going to start taking.
I heard about
too much
Retta.
weight though.
You are very thin.
I do like it though. I like being thinner than I like bulky, but I'm still muscular. It's just
lean and fit.
I mean, the women aren't complaining. Lecker. She has to watch me fuck. Can you imagine what that's like?
No. Terrifying. Yeah, I've been there actually. Terrifying. Thanks for the flashbacks. Thanks for the PTSD flashbacks.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
I have PTSD. What did some girl say the other day? It was so funny. She's like, I have PTSD, pretty tight syndrome. Pretty tight. Wait.
Forget it out. Come on. There you go. Silent laugh.
She said, I have PTSD, pussy tight syndrome disorder.
Good for her, dude.
Things like a fucking gorilla grip. All right, you can cut that out. Anyway, all right. No, it's so funny because I just was gonna say if you're struggling, like, well, some people shouldn't keep going, but keep going if you think you're.
A lot of people shouldn't keep going, whether it's comedy or acting.
Never mind.
But you can't. They always say
you either know
quit,
if you fucking got
then
it
you
or
have
you
no
don't.
chance.
Yeah.
If you quit, you have your chances go to zero.
Yeah, exactly.
And
but if you try, at least you know.
Even at my lowest.
Yeah.
And I mean that. Even when I was a fucking junkie, not. I was never a. I was a pill addict with you.
Josh,
no, I wasn't a dude.
I remember the boils on your chest.
Cystical. You know what's funny?
Bro,
I haven't because I took Accutane.
You were picking so bad when you were using.
No, you were picking. You'd pick on me. Women love that.
Because you had fucking boils, dude.
Hold on. So this is what's
He's
so
like,
funny.
cut out the boils.
No, I don't give a fuck, dude. What's so funny is
you were a junkie.
I haven't had a pimple in fucking years because I did Accutane when I was like 41 because I was done.
That's great.
Well, I had to. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. It's just my mom gave me all these skin disorders. And dude, my skin has been perfect.
Sharon's got flaky skin.
I got all the eczema. I got rosacea and cystic acne. But I started taking, so I haven't had a pimple forever. And of course, the weekend I go to fucking Coachella, I got a fucking doodad here. It wasn't terrible.
A deep one?
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't. No, it wasn't
subcutaneous.
I could have popped it, but I left it alone. And then eventually it popped on its own. But I was like, of course, I'm going to see Brittany, and she's going to be like.
I used to fucking go crazy.
All women.
Dude, they would explode too. They were hit me in the eye. I'd be like, ah!
I remember when I went to Jackass Forever.
Yeah.
You remember you were like, hey, you can get your SAG card. You get on Jackass. There's Jackass 2 or Jackass 3. And it was like, but what you got to do is because it's in 3D, they want to pop a pimple. You always got big pimples. Need to get you your SAG card. That was the most embarrassing day of my life to have fucking Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine like look at my face.
Did I take you?
No, I drove over there. It was in Burbank.
But I hooked it up, right?
No, I didn't. No, they didn't pick anybody.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm just this guy that's like, yeah, I'm here for looking at my fucked up face. I didn't even have bad pimples. The Benz. Accutane. You're breaking out Accutane.
Bro, I'm dying right now. This is so many. I'm just having so many flashbacks of like you just sitting in the tub.
Listening to King of Limbs.
It's just crazy. Like good for you. I'm so happy you turned your life around. I'm crying. I'm like laughing.
Do you remember how shitty that bath? It peed out.
It was awful. And it was like from
the
like
shower was falling down.
1960. It was like yellow. It was like the color of this fucking globe. It was horrible. Anyway, life is so much better now for both of us, which I'm so glad. We both have come so far.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too. I've been proud of you for a long time.
We do our best. That's all we can do. Everybody does their best, and that's it.
One thing we're not doing our best at is staying on track about Radiohead, though.
Dude, I am literally feeling like I need to take an Adderall to have this conversation.
No,
we're like all over the. Both of us are like all over the place.
I listen. I'm going to steer the ship now.
Okay.
We're gonna give you at least a half hour of Radiohead stuff. Okay. And then the show's over because we're going to go get food and we're going to laugh and have fun.
That's the part they probably want to see.
Well,
they want to hear all those stories.
Well, listen, I could go over the history of Radiohead, but we've already done a bunch of episodes. Dude, I'll tell you the truth. When we did the first episode with Alec, we were just gushing about how much we loved about him. And I think it was In Rainbows. And or maybe it was Amnesiac, but it was just this is like what this is like. I keep going back to being that this is the record. And I remember because I knew the guy, my buddy, I used to play like street hockey with these older guys. And this guy, he loved Creep, Micah Bate. And then I bought this record and I would, I would sort of raspy voice always, but I've been singing like, Fake Plastic Trees and High and Dry. And I remember all the videos, but it was really Planet Telex, the first song that they still play and still will open. They open one of their shows in London.
Oh, cool.
The crowd goes fucking bananas. Mm-hmm. This is actually not so their normal producer was one of the extra producers on it, Nigel Godrich. This is actually produced by a guy, John Leckie, worked with the Stone Roses. It was recorded.
She's all hello.
She's fucking like, I won't stop betting you.
She heard Leckie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. But in the world, like you mentioned, early internet era's beginning. AOL was CDs everywhere.
Dude, it was crazy.
Gen X anxiety at an all-time high.
So bad. Anxiety, depression. It was so funny. I saw a meme the other day. It was like, instead of just moving out of Radiohead could have avoided making all those depressing albums if they just moved out of England, like instead of staying there for 8 years. But it's true. But I love it.
If England is
love the depressing music. I love it
because it rains so much in the winter. That's why I haven't gone in a while because it's really raining.
Yeah.
It's brought some of the greatest music ever.
I love when you're depressed and you just sink into the depression and you just are like, you know what? I'm depressed. I've
never listened to Radiohead as I'm depressed. It's the last thing I would listen. I don't get depressed listening to them. I don't.
I could literally turn on In Rainbows and be like, there now. And I would just fall
There's off of Hail to the Thief.
It's what?
There's off of Hail to the Thief.
Hail to the Thief. Never mind. Okay.
But
I'm fucking
saying,
all of it up.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Much like you were saying, you know, like about Tom, you know, because all their career paths are so different. Where Tom is this art school kid, very introspective. He hates fame immediately. And they get, you know, all of this fame from Creep.
Yep.
Creep blows up and the band resents it.
Yeah, they hate it.
They hate that song.
I think he still fucking hates it.
Which they had to pay. They had to pay the Hollies because they basically stole some of the.
What song?
The Air That I Breathe. If you want to pull it up, can you play it?
I want to hear the comparison.
As he pulls that up, The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies. It's damn near identical.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But the pressure becomes because they probably already is like seen as like mid-tier grunge clone. And the pressure to prove that they're not a fluke is this record.
Right.
Because it could have just fallen into everything else. And I mean, I think it is a pivotal, like them having to plan the sequencing of the record. I think I would love to know, because I think they had to probably sit down and say, man, we're going to start this record. This is our second follow-up. I don't want to be lumped in with Blur. I don't want to be lumped in with Oasis. You know, and you do have other bands like The Verve coming up, which are some of my favorite. Dude, that's why I went to England to see Oasis 3 times, because I wanted to see Richard, because I love The Verve.
Yeah, The Verve's great.
But I think they chose Planet Telex because it is so fucking different than every single thing that was going on in Britpop. And they recorded it, no bullshit, while Trump was drunk. Tom was drunk, lying on the floor singing. The vibe of the song is almost floating. It's detached. It's like emotional dissociation. My question to you is, have you ever created something great while completely not okay? Was the Vine from that?
My whole fucking life,
Was
dude.
the Vine like...
Bro.
Because you
Vine,
were like...
I think I blew up on Vine because let me tell you what happened. I got with Randall and then I was like...
Gay Randall. Homo Randall.
Stop, Randall. I'm sorry. Okay, so I got with Randall and...
Hope you're enjoying your dad's money.
Stop! His dad died.
So did mine. Before his.
Josh.
Dad Club. Go ahead.
Right,
Take me your thoughts. We got to do 3 more questions and we'll get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so when I got with him, I was like, they put me on that antidepressant Effexor when I was in
It's my favorite metal band. They sound like a fucking Scandinavian. We all need Effexor.
Okay, so they put me on Effexor when I was in the fucking, I don't say mental hospital, but it was when I was 16 and I was on 150 milligrams and I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want to be on anything anymore because I don't like being stuck on anything. So I weaned myself down off that shit. And if you Google like Effexor withdrawal, they say it's like worse than heroin. Like it's one of the only antidepressants.
I remember when you didn't have any.
Horrible. And you shake and you sweat and it's like
it's like electric shocks to your brain.
You get electric shocks and people they don't die, but they have to get hospitalized. Anyway, so I weaned myself all the way off this shit. And I'd been on it for so many years at that point that I couldn't walk straight. Like I started fucking up. Like I couldn't walk straight. I couldn't go to works. I couldn't have a job. I couldn't go to auditions, nothing. And so I was so depressed.
Brittany, you worked at that pizza place in fucking, not Hancock, but what is that? Larchmont Village. Remember you walked in?
Yes.
You worked for an hour and you went, peace. All right, back to the story. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Anyway, this was a dark period where I couldn't leave the house because it was the paranoia of like I was off the medicine and I was dizzy. It had fucked up like my equilibrium. I went to like the Balance Institute on La Cienega. Like I thought something was wrong with me because I was like I can't see straight. I was dizzy and shit, but it was from the Effexor had literally altered my brain chemistry. So I stayed off of it. And so Randall, and actually this is what's crazy about Randall is that I had a BlackBerry and Randall bought me my first iPhone. He's like, you need an iPhone. So he buys me the iPhone and I'm just in the house all day, every day. Like I don't even know how
you were always like that. You
I
still
don't
are a
like,
little
and
bit.
people are like, oh, she likes going out and doing shit. I'm like, no, I like being.
Well, no,
away
but
from
when you go
people.
out, you're a people
yeah.
person, and you can put on even
The
if you're feeling
show.
shitty. Yeah, you know how to put. I like the way you put that. Yeah.
I'm an
But go back.
extrovert.
Keep going. I like this.
So I get this fucking iPhone and I'm so depressed and I can't walk straight. I'm dizzy. I'm like not doing good off of the Effexor. And then I just see this app, Kelly Oxford. Remember her? She was a popular writer and I followed her on Instagram. She advertised for Vine and she was like, this new app Vine's gonna be so funny. So I get on there and I was like, I loved comedy, but I like couldn't leave the house because I was too anxious at the time being off the medicine. So I was like, I'll just make funny videos on my phone. And that's how it started. Was I was so depressed and I was in this dark place like this where I was like, I can't leave my house. I'm anxious. I would shake to leave the house. I couldn't help it. It was just my brain chemistry all fucked up. So I start making these videos and I start making all these characters and the most ridiculous characters and just having so much fun and just being a fucking idiot. And it blows up. It blows up so fast too, within like months, right? So I remember the first brand deal, I had no money at the time, right? And I was like, Benefit Cosmetics was the first company that reached out to me. And
they cut? Can you say?
What?
Would they cut you?
So they hit me up and they go, hey, we think you're so funny. Can we pay you $10,000 to do one Vine video? And I was like,
6 seconds?
Bitch, I would have did that shit for a lip gloss. You know what I mean? I would have did that shit for like a blush. You know what I mean? But I was like, let me talk to my manager. And I didn't have a manager at the time. I had nothing. And then I got contacted by ICM, CAA, and WME all in the same week.
I love it.
And then I went and had a meeting. My first meeting was with ICM, and I didn't really have I had a kind of fake manager at the time, this lady Dolores, who was in a couple commercials.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, I'm Dolores. Yeah, literally.
I got you. You're going to be an extra on Entourage. Be careful of Piven.
She was so nice. Okay, that's a story.
I know.
Okay, so but I love him. But anyway, so she brings me to the ICM meeting, and I'm like sweating because like I am off the Effexor and I cannot be out in public. Like I can do all these videos and be so funny in the comfort of my own home, but I couldn't perform. Like I was like, I can't do this. I'm having a panic attack. Like I have such bad social anxiety, right? So I get into the meeting and I charm them, whatever. My heart's beating a million miles a minute. And then I leave the meeting and they go, we want to sign you right now. Like we don't even want you to go meet with CAA or WME or whatever. And like, I've never had this happen. So I was like, yeah, exciting. I just signed with them. I was like, okay, great. But then I was like, I got to be able to function. So then I went back on the Effexor and literally within days, back to myself.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up how bad my anxiety is, but I'm really proud of myself because I never went back to like the high dose. I'm literally on a dose that they give like 2-year-olds. So I weaned myself down all the way down to like the starting dose of it. And that's all I take. I don't take anything else. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't anything.
Good.
Like I'm fucking just me.
But that's that, it's even this stuff I'm doing right now. I don't know if you've seen any of it, but it's like when I went to Europe and had the best summer of my life. Yeah. I mean, the best summer of my life. Then I came back to New York and I got really depressed because also it got super cold. And then also you're dealing with, like I keep saying that joke about herpes of comedy. It's like where I used to get all these spots in the cellar. Now I'm barely getting any. And the stand is barely giving anything. And I'm like, it's all I want to do is work and perform. And so
you make your own work.
So I said, well, you know what? I built this studio already in my living room. And it was like, I'm just going to make these funny songs over viral clips. And now they're blowing up. And now my agents are excited. And it's like, but you do that shit because like, this will be fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
You don't expect.
You don't ever think anything's going to happen.
The jam, the podcast. I did know this podcast was going to be a thing. Because I remember when I came up with the idea, I said, my buddy Jeremiah, who's the producer, I go, we were working on another podcast. He goes, we've done 10 episodes of the other thing. We haven't released them. I go, dude, this is $1 million idea.
Yeah.
It's $1 million idea. We're going to sell this to Spotify. And then we did. Dark Lord Spotify. And then they dropped us because Joe Rogan took all the money.
All right.
All right. Moving on.
Anyway, so yeah, dark period in my life, but paid off. And it was the darkest moment of my life when I made the most ridiculous content ever. And I got canceled for it later, because everyone was like, you're doing characters that are not your race.
Which I'm going to ask you. Let me ask you the second question that I think that's going to be, I think that's a good thing to talk about. This, from High and Dry, Tom hates this.
Yeah.
Tom hates High and Dry. He thinks it's too soft. And ironically, because he hated it, it becomes a hit.
So popular.
And I still, once again, think it's the sequencing because they open with Planet Telex. The Benz is another great song. And then they have 2 back-to-back quasi ballads, but Fake Plastic Trees isn't a ballad if you actually know what it's about, which we'll get to. But High and Dry is a typical Brit pop song of the time, but he hates it. So speaking of that, to pick that up, the question I was going to ask was, what's something you've done that people loved but you secretly hate? And a lot of people did love it.
People loved it until woke culture came around in like 2016. Like, that's what killed it.
I mean, everybody was doing shit like that.
Everyone was saying, the R word and the F word and, doing goofy shit.
I said it 3 times on this podcast.
Yeah, and just having
Randall.
fun, and no one cares. And like, you didn't take it personally because, calling someone that isn't meaning like to offend the people that are that. You know what I mean?
We just grew up in a different time.
We just grew up in a different time, and we just made fun of each other, and we still do endearingly. But it's like, people don't get it, and they're so woke, and they just want to cancel you for everything. So anyway, I had all these characters, and people were like, you're racist, you're this, you're that. I don't have a racist bone in my fucking body. I love everybody. Like, it's crazy. And then I got asked to host the daytime Emmys, and I was so nervous. And I remember I told them when they asked me to host it, I was like, listen, I don't know shit about daytime TV. I don't really even watch TV. I was just so busy working at the time. And they were like, don't worry, we're going to have a representative there with you who's going to tell you about everybody before they come up to you, and
this is Susan Lucci.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad, Josh. And so then this like hot actor named Ryan Peavy comes up. And like, I'm just trying to keep it light. And like, Joan Rivers was like my inspiration at the time. And like, I would go over her house and she would like mentor me. She was amazing. She was I didn't know you had that relationship. Yeah, she was great. Her and Melissa, like, I went over there and did her In Bed with Joan.
I remember that.
She's just the best. Anyway, they were
Ryan Peavy comes up.
Her and Melissa were always like, fuck what anybody thinks. They were the best. Anyway, so Ryan Peavy comes up and I'm like, we're talking to him, and then I get the producer's going like, wrap it up. And so I'm like, okay, Ryan, this has been great. We better get you away from us before we rape you. I said that on live,
R words
on live TV.
And what was the fallout?
And then that was it. Everyone fucking attacked me, and they were like, "Can you imagine if
I do remember
man said that to a woman and you made him feel unsafe?"
Oh, fuck
and
off.
Like all the shit. And then Ryan, actually, we talked later that day because we actually like connected kind of, and he was like, then he tweeted out and he was like, I never felt uncomfortable or whatever. I don't think she meant it the way that I read, because he knew I was just kidding, like, get away from us. But it was like and it wasn't the right word, and I do apologize.
You think
for
Michael
that,
Richards really is going to racist is going to scream the N-word at the left? He was trying to be funny. He thought it was going to get shock and funny, and it was a bad choice.
Horrible.
I don't think yours is on that level.
No,
but we're always.
But I made bad choices, and I just was not. I wasn't. What is it called? Media trained. I wasn't media trained. I was kind of just thrown into this thing. And it's like all these things that people loved about me, like they did love my Vines. And a lot of people still come up to me and they go like, I love your Vines. Like,
I know a guy that.
But I cringe when I look at him now. I'm like, oh God, what an idiot. But it was such a different time.
Some of them were so funny, dude.
Some of them are
I remember the one that I loved was like, this is what you do with vitamins. And he threw them in the trash.
I was like, these are great.
Yeah.
I just got my green juice and I'd pour it down the drain.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Yeah. And I had all these characters, and like, I became friends with all these people through the Vines. It was so crazy.
You've had a lot. Dude,
that's how I met Tommy.
Well, hold on. Let's okay. I have a question about that in a minute. Because I think I want to go off what you're going.
But I remember like Riff Raff put me in a music video. Like I became friends with like Simon Rex. Like I got invited to like parties with people that I wouldn't even, like Jimmy IV, and like all these people like invited me to parties, and I'm like, this is crazy.
You and King and all the guys on Vine were like it people.
And then they all like managed their lives properly, and I didn't. Because they all have like 22 million followers, and I still just have like 2.2.
Well, why do you not make content anymore?
Because I just got to a point where I was like,
okay, you know what? I think I got the question.
Okay,
Fake plastic trees.
Yeah,
and I think this could fit in there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right.
Fake plastic
I want to talk.
That's why I don't make content.
I bet you. So many people think your boobs are fake. They're real.
They're real.
And she got a great ass.
You heard it here first. Get it out of here.
Ass.
Tommy's gonna beat the shit out of you. Why he better watch it.
I'm not touching it. It's like my sister now. You know what I mean? Like, dude.
I can say my sister has a great ass.
Jody's got a fucking fat ass, dude. Jody had those 3 kids, and now she's working out. It's getting toned. Dude, her and Mark, her husband. Mark
Oh my
is-
God, they're both doctors, right?
No, he's a
he's a
judge.
lawyer. Yeah,
he's a judge.
Oh,
she's
gosh.
she's a lawyer. She's a doctor, a
Oh my
pediatrician, but
God.
they're both getting in shape. Mark's getting jacked, walking around a fucking wife beater. I'm like, you're getting fucking swole, dude.
I'm fucking dead. Anyway,
Still
what were
does
you gonna say?
community
Fake
theater
plastic
though,
tree-
which is gay. Fake plastic trees. This is probably the song. I mean, this is like one of their most beautiful songs. I mean, that doesn't feel like How to Disappear Completely, which is like, you know, I mean, it's so heavy. Like this,
Yeah.
even though this is like reggae. Where I talk about all the time that reggae music, people think every song is about sitting on the beach, having a Corona, but it's really like my family died of mesothelioma. It's so real. And
Yeah.
Fake Plastic Trees it's like the Mamas and the Papas, what we just did, everybody, which is like the behind the scenes and the emotions and all those songs, but it sounds more positive than it is. And so this song is I mean, it's about breaking down. Tom broke down crying after hearing Jeff Buckley before recording vocals, which
Did you watch that documentary?
I love Jeff. Dude, Grace is one of my favorite records, and we did it with Brandon Boyd too.
I love
and
Brandon.
He's the
He's a
man.
good
He
friend.
gets it. He gets comedy so fucking well.
He's
You know who
great.
doesn't? Gavin Rossdale.
Oh,
Great guest, but man, when I made a joke, I was like, "What's it like being the sexiest man alive in the '90s?" And he was like, "We're talking about David Bowie, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, just the business."
He's like, what do you mean I'm not still the sexiest man alive?
And then I said that to fucking to Brandon, and he goes, "It was nice."
Yeah, Brandon
He-
still looks great.
He's amazing.
He's great.
Great
He's
human
a really
being. I'm
good
glad
soul.
I'm glad we're homies. Please follow me on social media.
Oh, he
because-
doesn't follow you?
No.
Aww.
But the theme of this song is artificial life, fake happiness. You know,
Oh,
and you hear
boy.
that in the lyrics. I mean, this song must mean so much to you about like because this is such a beautiful
it's
song.
such a beautiful song.
Especially that like those when it really like
Nice
that dude Nick we killed it. We killed fucking I'll post all these clips on the 500 stuff because we did Closer by 9 Inch Nails, the
You
version
did?
dude, and it hurt because we got a new keyboardist. I love you, Avery, but Mark is
Wait,
so good.
hold on, I want to see something really quick.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking of the specific lyrics in Fake Plastic Trees.
The
There's
fake plastic watering cans. Everything's fake. The fake trees, the fake
band,
so
and fake plastic.
so when you have your
and
so
it wears me out. Yeah. I don't know why I was saying this. And it wears me out. Yeah. It could. Oh, this part's really sad. This is the part that gets me at the end. And if I could be,
oh yeah,
who you
I killed it. My
If
voice was
I
back.
could
I wasn't.
be
Oh, I hit my dude. My falls after I had that second vocal cord surgery. It fucking saved my voice.
Dude.
Thank God. Love you, Dr. Kaplan. I love you. And he just did a nasal procedure to open up my shit too.
You're so Jewish.
All right.
Thank you, Dr. Kaplan, for fixing my nose of my
Hey, man,
nasal surgery.
I got him, my vet, and my Botox guy all on speed dial.
You get Brotox? I'm dead.
Well, you told me because remember
Yeah,
how
you
deep my
should.
lines were?
Yeah.
You were the
Trying
one
to
that I was in my
force people
20s.
to
I
do
had
that
deep lines
shit.
because of the Jeep.
I'll take every guy. Be like, you need to get this shit. I
recommend-
fix every man that I'm with. Do I not?
You really do.
I do.
All right, but
Okay, but listen.
Let me ask you this
She
question.
lives with a broken mind.
You don't have to sing it. Listen,
Crack-
we've been doing this for 3 hours.
I'm like, let me sing.
Let me ask
the
the fucking question, bitch. I love you. When was the moment in your career where you looked around and in your life and thought this all feels kind of fake? Did you have
Dude,
that
literally
moment?
yesterday. I was literally sitting there yesterday and going like, LA is so fake. I know a lot of people, but I don't have very many like close friends and people that have pretended to be my friend to use me or get shit out of me or whatever. Like, and it's hurt me so badly. And like, I maybe
Did
someone.
you help? You
I always help
tried to help.
everyone.
You learned because we learned very early from like Tripoli and all the young other comics that kind of were in the circle with me and Ange that were bigger than us. It's like you got to pull people up.
I
And you
pulled
did.
people up.
Without going into details, but you did.
I pulled so many people up and I would just love so hard and then I would just get shit on. I mean, some of them were really great and some of them we just grew apart and that's fine. But I just was thinking about, and even recently, like people that I just felt like, had hurt me and had just kind of used me in a way. And I just was like, it's heartbreaking. It like breaks your heart, because I try to go in, I don't want to say I'm like autistic, but I feel like I'm very genuine and I go into everything with so much love. And then I almost go into it with too much love and I give so much of myself and I'm so raw and I'm so honest. And then people just break me. And I've been broken so much by people. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I definitely, maybe I'm not an easy friend. I think I'm more of an easy friend, but I definitely have gone through things that maybe was a lot for certain people, whatever. But I love my friends so much. I never want to let go of friends. I always want to like have friends, but it's like when someone really hurts me or when I get really hurt by something, I just can't go back.
Yeah.
And I sit there and I'm like recently like looking at stuff that's happened in my life and I'm like, God, I got like this person pretended to be my friend just to do this, or this person just, wanted this. And I'm like, God, and it's like, or the worst part is like people that would like talk about somebody to me and like for months just rail on somebody and then change their tune and then be friends with that person. And I just see it all and I'm just like, this is just sad. Like, this is just heartbreaking, man. Like, at least like keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's people that don't like me and I'll walk into a room and I just won't say anything to them and that's fine. But I'm not like a mean person. I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It kind of just breaks my heart. And then I'm just like, yeah, I guess like people can only be genuine to the capacity that they can be genuine.
Yeah.
And, and I'm working on repairing some friendships right now too, which has been, good. And I always think like there is an opportunity for forgiveness. And I think both people can always come together and try to work on stuff. But that's like the hardest thing for me about LA is that like, I feel like I go into everything with so much love and just show people who I am. I'm like a raw nerve. And then some people just are like, or like, fuck you, whatever. And I'm just
all you got to do is keep your side of the street clean. And then
I try.
But you have to.
Like I'm saying, I'm not sitting here going like I'm so perfect, but like, damn, like I'd like to think for the most part, like I love my friends really fucking hard, or I try to really be there for people. And then people just.
You're in a town that has everybody's the big thing from their town, or they're rich and they think they can make it. Dude, I've never been happier than when I moved to New York. And I mean this.
Yeah,
it's not perfect.
It's different. East
it's not
Coasters
perfect
are different.
though. It's
yeah.
not perfect. It's the crew. Yeah. Stand up is still stand up.
Yeah.
And like I'm telling you, that's why I'm so excited about this music, because I write these songs so easily and people are responding to them. And the comics are coming up to me being like, dude, I had my agents call me and be like, you're doing whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Good.
And that's the thing that
my agents don't call me.
You're gonna put out fucking clipping forever. I don't think you posted anything in like 9 months.
No,
bitch.
I did. I posted the other day. I'm trying to get back to it. So like basically I stopped everything for a while because I was just so hurt by so many things that were going on in my life. I was literally so destroyed by so much that was going on in my life, broken hearted by so much that I'd been through. And then you just pick yourself up. Like I've always picked myself up. No matter what I've been through, I always just go, you know what, bitch? Get back up on the fucking horse. And so I actually just started going. I told the clubs I'm available to do stand up again. And they literally all called me immediately and were like, come back, come perform. Like, so I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember when you reached out and you said, hey, I got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about. And you were like, hey, who should I hit up? I was like, hit up Tammy Jo. Like, and she'll get you Tammy up. And then.
Yeah. And then now because I did like the improv and the Laugh Factory so many times and I do well. And they just were like, they were hitting me up this whole time when I took this break. And I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then finally I was like, no, I can fucking do it. Let's go.
You can do anything you want.
You can do anything you want.
You're so funny. You're so talented.
Anyway, no hate to anyone. I love people and none of us are perfect and we all do our best and that's what it is. And that's life. Sometimes we hurt each other and we don't mean to. And I don't know. It's just life.
And you're literally, you got started in a thing where social media created and still creates fake plastic lives. I mean, it is, dude, that's why I'm so glad.
It made me hate myself so much. I like redid my whole face.
So funny.
People being like, you're ugly, or you this, or you that, or she's this, or she's that. And I was like,
I'm trying to be funny. If my tits are out and I'm doing this, you're not going to fucking laugh.
I wasn't trying to be hot on Vine. I was being ridiculous. Like, I was like, that's not the goal. The goal was to be funny.
Yeah, dude.
But then everybody comments about your looks because you're putting yourself out there. So you just.
For a woman, for guys, they don't give a fuck how we look. I mean, that's the thing.
So then you start to analyze yourself and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, but
if you have a low self-esteem.
but you're in a, like I said, social, once because I had a big moment where I was like I would go on social media and I would just be like, oh, everybody's doing better and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, what am I talking about? This is the fakest thing in the world. And then I said, nobody. And then you have to realize everybody, and I mean fucking everybody, except for Lekka. Everybody in this room, everybody, the Hollies, fucking everybody we've talked about we're all in the shit like everybody else. We're all fucking scared. We're all trying to figure this shit out. And we're all trying to figure out a way to be happy. And you figured out a way, and I figured out a way, Lekka figured out a way. And you have to live that. Yeah. And if people attack you, they're just projecting.
Yeah, I think that too.
If you're gonna, I can't tell you how many times I was like wanted to write something on like some like lame, cringy influencer post. Yeah. Or whatever. And then I'm like, I write it and I go, what am I doing?
Yeah, why would you even need to post that?
Do people hate on me?
They're already hurting them. They're already hurting.
Hate on me for what I do.
People hate on me too.
You're coat hanging on Big J Okerson. I go, I'm coat hanging on Burr. If I'm not, trust me, if I'm fucking, you think I'm sticking with Jay doing the fucking Dr. Grins? Yeah. He's killing it. And he's going to he's got shit coming up that this motherfucker's, I love that dude.
But people are just miserable online, and people feel so brave behind their keyboards. And then, like, if you met up with half those people in person, they'd be shaking in their fucking boots. Like, they're so tough online. And then, like, you see them face to face, and you're like, oh, never mind.
Oh, I can't tell you how many times they're
not real.
People have shit on me, and then I either see them. I go to fucking Skankfest where a lot of the Legion of Skank fans are like, he sucks. He's not funny. And it's like, and then I get so much love from Bonfire fans, from Legion of Skank fans. And so that's what I hold on to. And dude, it used to hurt me. I used to go on Reddit and like read the shit people say.
The worst.
It's the worst. But
Reddit's like where people go to just like, they hate their lives and they just want to make everybody else hate their lives. So like I stopped I leave my mean comments up. I don't like delete comment. I'm like, you know what? If that makes you feel better, dude, like, cool. Baby. Like, it's all good.
So when I started posting the first song, which hit like, it just did really well. It's around 2 million now.
Yeah.
And it's quasi racist. It's this white woman doing her nails and they're crazy nails. And I'm like, that's more of a black person thing to do. Dude, it's great. Yeah. It's a great song. I'm very talented at the music stuff. Comedy, not so much. But the moral of the story is I got people that were like, any of the bad comments. And my social guy, the guy that does my clips and does all that, like he would remove them, but I would pin the people like, I can't believe I follow you, unfollow, and I'd pin that because I think it's funny. And then
it takes the power out of it because it's like, okay, dude, like, who are you? What are you doing? And then you go to their page.
I'm having fun.
But when you go to their page, it's always like a Christian, like mother of 5, love my children. Like, it's so funny. Like the women that will say stuff about my looks or like the guys that say shit about my looks, and you go to their page and it's like,
they got like Oakley's on.
And the guy's got like summer teeth, like summer here, summer there. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like,
I've never heard that. That's funny.
Like fucking Bill from fucking Wisconsin or some shit. Just fucking, I'm a corn miner. Like, I don't fucking know. It's just,
a real job.
They're just like the most like, and they just leave the most hideous comments. And you're just like, you hate your life.
Yeah.
Like, you hate your life. Like, you're not a happy person. Here's the thing. No one who is doing better than you will ever try to bring you down.
100%. I agree with that.
No one.
Even if they feel
not
threatened,
one person who is ever doing better than you will ever try to bring you down because they don't need to. They're like too high up to even give a fuck about what you're doing.
If you give a shit, that's the only thing that Gerard, that I remember he said when I was mad about something in my career, and he goes, dude, stop looking at other people's papers. Take your own test.
Amen.
Like, you got it. And I was
That's
like,
a great
right.
fucking thing.
I mean, but it took a while. It's really, I think, and I'll say this to you, and I think you're getting it already in your late 30s, is once you get into your 40s, you realize that it's like, I mean,
no one
my
cares.
Life is so dope. Dude, my life is so dope.
Yeah. I just want peace.
So dope.
Same.
And even if it's not, I'm not a millionaire, you know, and I mean, it's like I can't buy everything that I want,
right?
But I get to do things that I want to do with cool people that like me, that I like, and I don't give a fuck if I don't care. It's not like I don't try to like people and make them like me. It's like I just want to like them, and then hopefully they'll like me. But it's like if I like them, dude, because it's even with Bill, it was like it took me forever because I was like, oh man, I really hope he likes me. And then like maybe 5 years into our friendship, I finally called him gay, and he was like, and I was like, huh? And he's like, yeah, that was a little gay. I was like, oh, thank God.
That's how you know he's really your friend.
He's the best.
Anyway, yeah.
Right. moving on. Let's do a couple more songs and then we'll do final questions and get you out of here. So we did Fake Plastic, High and Dry. You look beautiful.
Thanks. I was going to send Tommy a picture because he's like, are you still going?
Something you know about me, but you still do. Now, all right, let me mention these songs because I just want to get through. I want to ask questions.
Okay.
But it goes into Bones, which is one of their more aggressive tracks.
I don't know if I know that one.
It's about body horror image, you know.
Fuck.
So I was going to say, what's the weirdest physical insecurity? But
oh my God, I've already covered that.
We covered it. Nice Dream versus reality theme, comfort that isn't real. We talked about that music video. If you've never seen it, fucking go on YouTube. It's great. Guys lying on the sidewalk, refusing to explain why. The song is about self-destruction and knowing better, but doing it anyway.
Wow.
Rapid fire question and say this quickly. What's something you know is bad for you, but you still like to do it?
Bless you, Mark.
Bless you.
What's something
you know is bad for you, but you still like to do it? Cigarettes?
Oh boy, I smoke occasionally.
We're kind of in and out, but Tommy fucking huffs.
Oh yeah,
he's like me. That's why I quit.
Smoker, but I see it was me. I'm like, again, I'm not like really addicted to anything, but love. And
might as well face it. She's addicted to love.
But like literally, smoking's not good. But I've never been addicted to smoking. Like I can smoke a couple cigarettes a day and then not smoke for days.
Good for you.
And smoke like I've never had anything where I'm like I have to have. Thank God. Knock on wood.
I was this bad. I mean, the smoking, dude. You know what it is? Eggs, man. Remember you called me. You were making fun of me because my cholesterol. No, I don't fart, dude. I mean, I do, but. Especially
I love eggs. I eat hard-boiled eggs every day.
I do. I think the greatest meal in the world.
I eat a lot of protein.
Is
I work out.
You look great. Yeah, you're great. That's fucking. You got some guns,
dude. I'll fucking beat your ass.
No, you won't.
I won't.
No. Lecca
Weren't you doing CrossFit for a while?
I still do it. Yeah.
Bro.
I'm very vain, but I also I can't do Oxycontin anymore. So I do kettlebell swings. I want to feel something.
That's a quote.
Well, I said I had a joke before. I was like, I do CrossFit. It's like, no, it's like, so I do CrossFit because I can't do Oxycontin anymore, and I just need to feel something, or whatever the joke was. It was on my first Comedy Central set. All right, Bulletproof. We already do that one. Oh yeah. So no, My Iron Lung.
You have to sing these for me because it's like
My Iron Lung is wah, 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 wah.
No, sing it. Don't do that.
My Iron Lung. You love that song. We talked about that. This is a direct response.
This whole album's just so good. I mean, they're one of those bands that like I feel like so many of their albums are so good, but this one might have the most. I don't want to say hits, but like so many songs that you like. It's their biggest
pop record.
Yeah, like I feel like so many songs that you're like, oh, I know that song. Oh, I know that song. Oh, I know that song. You know what I mean? Like a lot of this
stuff is like I said. This is My Iron Lung, which was in. It was in Clueless. It was like you put it in a movie that's pretty, they didn't really have a lot of hits. I mean, I would say big hits. Like Creep is obviously their biggest hit.
They had so many big hits.
No, they didn't. They really didn't.
Radiohead?
I mean, their albums sell. Dude, they are an album band.
Dude, they have so many hits.
No, they do. Check, Mark, or I could
list them now.
What like the hits? I don't know how you would say it. Like how many top 10 or the top 100? They hit the Billboard 200. Do that Billboard 200 radio at Billboard 200 hits.
I like the dog.
My Iron Lung is a response to Creep. I think you already answered the thing that made you famous, but you're over it. We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
Bulletproof, one of Tom's most vulnerable vocal performances. What do we got there? Yeah, see, it's all the albums, dude. They're just
no, the songs,
the singles.
Put in singles. There's so many good hits, dude.
But I would say like Bulletproof is such a beautiful vocal performance. The theme is about wanting emotional invincibility.
That would be nice. And
you already basically answered the question about what I was going to ask about. Do you think you're more guarded or open? Black Star is about a failing relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, dude, they didn't have hits. Let Down, but Let Down is like bigger. It got big now.
Yeah.
Dude, Radiohead's having a research. Dude, if Radiohead does Coachella,
they're not on there.
If Radiohead's doing Coachella, because 9 Inch Nails, I don't know if you remember 2 years ago, Deftones played Coachella.
Yeah,
everybody
of course
and Gen Z became obsessed.
Love the Deftones.
We all do for years. But Gen Z didn't know about it.
Now they're all over TikTok with it.
They went from being a 3,000 seat theater, and now they're playing arenas.
I know.
Radiohead doesn't need it. They're an arena band. If they play Coachella, they're already starting to get it. Because, dude, Radiohead is a band They're like my Pink Floyd, my Beatles, my Led Zeppelin.
They're great.
Like, because it hits you at that, dude.
It's
I'm telling you,
emotional.
Gen fucking X is the best generation. We are the best.
No,
we
Gen X, we're millennials.
No, I'm Gen X.
You're Gen
I'm 79.
X?
Yeah.
I think millennials are the best.
I mean, you guys are fine.
I think we're great.
You're still good, but you're not Gen X. Gen X rules. Jack White. Dude, here's a good coach.
Gen X too? We're millennials. Excuse me, millennials are so fucking cool. We don't take shit too seriously. We all look younger than our age. Like, we are the best millennials. Like, all these fucking Gen Z fucking idiots that try to tell us about shit. And Gen X is a little bit too boomery.
Fuck off.
You're a little
Suck
boomery.
my balls. That's terrible.
That's a boomery comment. Suck my Gen X balls or Gen Z balls.
Slang. Oh, that's
dude,
the
you
bomb.
guys are fucking. We said that.
We created it.
That's the bomb.
All the best comedy, all the best shit is from people from Gen X. And I'm telling you, at the festival,
are the best.
All right, wait, this is all right. We're at 2 hours. We'll talk about this. We're gonna bite the eat.
Let's fight.
All right, so
now I want to fight. We've been hanging out too long. It's time to fight.
Now you're starting to get vicious. Now they're
turning
now
into
old
jail.
Britney's now old Britney's coming
Jill's
out.
Screaming.
Old Britney. Millennial. Black Star. It's about a
Mark,
failing relationship.
this,
Such a beautiful
please.
song. No. This is gonna do. This is great.
God.
I love this episode. Black Star. About a failing relationship.
Been in a
I
lot
keep
of those.
failing over. We already talked about that. When you know something is ending, do you fight or let it die? And
it depends.
You're a fighter, I think, to a point.
I mean, my relationship now I've been in for fucking 10 years. Yeah, I'm gonna fight
10
for
years.
it. That's
It's
a
been
long
10
fucking
I remember
time.
that. I remember.
It'll be 10 years, next year.
Aww.
So you know what? I think when it's that long, like, you fight for it. Because it's like, come on, man. Like, that's basically like a relative at that point. Like, you spend so much time together.
Sulk, inspired by real life mass shooting in the UK. One of their most underrated tracks, I think.
Sulk, done a lot of that in my life.
I mean, then Street Spirit, which is, I mean, it's just Tom York says this song is about pure darkness, the arpeggiated guitar, the hypnotic despair. I want to ask you this question about Street Spirit, and what was the other one I wrote? Street Spirit, and where is it? God damn it. And High and Dry.
Oh boy.
Be honest.
I've been left high and dry.
Was Dating Me
more
High and Dry or Street Spirit?
That's a hard question because I feel like at the end it was high and dry because it was sad. And it was kind of like, I felt like I left you high and dry because you were in your addiction, even though you say you're not.
I wasn't, because I got sober before that. And then when you left, I relapsed.
Yeah. So I felt like I felt like when you got into the accident and I was your emergency contact.
It's the only number I remembered. 215-615.
215-915-4750.
That was close enough.
It's my old number, so you can call it.
Philly.
Not my number anymore.
It's a Philly number.
But I remember I got that call and from the hospital that they were like, Josh has
You came.
Of course I did.
Because what I really wanted was you to get in touch with Angelo.
I have the pictures. Do you want me to give them to you to put in here?
Maybe not now. Not now. Maybe some other time when I'm ready.
Guys, his skull was cracked open.
I fractured my skull in 2 places.
And I remember I walked in and they had just brought both of them in and I saw them gurney Angelo.
I didn't see Angelo.
I saw them gurney him off. And then they took him to the room and I went into the room with you. And then, because you guys were both kind of like they were both working on both of you. And then you went into this room and I went in with you and the back of your head was open. And there was just a big puddle of blood underneath your head, like this big. I have pictures of it. And you looked dead. And I remember thinking
I was on fentanyl, so I was like...
Yeah, I remember thinking you looked dead and you were like, you came. That's what you said to me. You said, you came. And I was like, oh my God, this is so horrible. And then the nurse goes, can I talk to you like 5 minutes after me being there? And I go out into the hallway and she goes, do you have the contact for
Angelo's family? Do they know? Because I was told by a girl.
And then they go, and I said, what's going on? They're like, he's gone. And I was
like, at that time?
Yes, they told me and I knew and they wouldn't let me tell you. They said, don't tell him because you were too fragile.
I thought it was in the morning.
I knew he was dead before all you guys. I knew before. So here's the other thing they made me do. The police came, right? Because when someone dies, the police come and they said, he's dead, but you're gonna have to tell his mom. His mom, Virginia, right?
Yeah.
So she said,
Love you, Virginia.
So you have to call her, but don't tell her that he's dead. The police told me, they said, we have to do it. So just tell her to come. And I remember I called Virginia and I knew he was dead. And she kept going, is he okay? Is he okay? And I kept saying, I don't know. I don't know. And she was up in Bakersfield
it was in Modesto.
Modesto. And she had to drive, 6 hours or however
That's about
long
5,
it
6
is,
hours,
6 hours. And she's calling me while she's driving. And she's going, what's going on? What's going on? And I knew he was gone already. And I couldn't fucking say anything, dude. It was oh my God. It was probably one of the worst days of my life. It was horrible. Like, I was so heartbroken. And you kept asking about him.
And everybody was,
and I had to lie to you. And I was like, this is literally the horror. Okay, so high and dry. Yeah. That. And I felt like I left you high and dry because I was like, I have to lie. And the cops were like telling me to lie. And they're like, you can't tell them because if they get too distressed, like you could die because your skull was open and they couldn't fix your skull right away because it was something like the brain is swollen.
They thought they were trying to check to see if because your brain, you have your skull, and then you have like a sac.
Yes.
And they were hoping I would have needed brain surgery, but the sac didn't break.
It didn't rip. They were scared it was going to, and your brain was swollen. So they were like, we can't have him stressed. We have to keep him not stressed. Just lie to him. And I remember at one point you were laughing and thinking everything was going to be okay before you.
I thought me and him were going to be in the hospital together. I was I'm not excited, but I thought. Because and I probably have said this to you.
It hit on his side, right? She hit him on his side.
But what happened was,
do you remember?
I remember all of it. I can tell you the last thing I said to Angelo before we got hit. So we were on our way to. So we left. So I've talked about it before. Angelo had beaten cancer. He had gotten back, and we had broken up. But I go, well, at least I got Ange. I got Ange, and I was like, oh, I'll be happy. And so I went to our old place, picked up my trash bags of clothes, which I couldn't do now. I have way too many clothes. It'd be more than a trash bag. And then I went to the new apartment, which I was like, oh God, this place sucks. And I went to go meet Ange at an open mic, and he went on stage, and then I went on stage and like vented about the breakup or whatever. And I was on painkillers, but painkillers like had nothing to do with this whole situation. I mean, I've done so much shit on painkillers. It was like my normal baseline. And so then I went on stage, and I was very lucky. I got to tell him how much I loved him. You know, I said, I thought Brittany was the love of my life. I was like, Angelo, you're the love of my life. I'm so happy to see you. And then we went outside and we laughed, and then we were like, let's go get food. And we usually would go to Canners, but we thought let's get fucking Maddie Goldberg because he loved Ange.
Maddie,
and so we drove to House of Pies, and we're driving up Vine. So the last thing I had with Angelo was a laugh, and this is funny. You're gonna hate it, but this is the last thing we said. We're driving up Vine, and the Capitol Records building here, and Yucca's here.
You were making fun of Randall.
Oh yeah, that's where fucking Randall lives. And Angelo goes, "That dude's a fag," and then we're laughing, and then we get hit, and that's it. And look,
she wearing a red light, right?
It was a guy
or a guy.
He was going 80 miles an hour. He was running from another accident. And I've forgiven the guy. Like I said it in court. I was like, dude, I get it. You were scared. You know what I mean? I get it. It's like, I get it.
But he hit the passenger side.
He hit right out front. He didn't hit on Angelo. He hit right in the front of the car. But
how did Angelo?
I only had one seatbelt that was working. That's why I was thrown from the car, because I went out the door.
Was Ange's seatbelt working? And he always put his seatbelt on.
He didn't know. Mine was working. My clicker was working. So he went across to plug his in. The reason Angelo died was he had that tumor removed, and so his insides were a little sensitive. And so when you get hit in a car accident, your body shifts because you're still going that speed. I went out the door. My door had that weird latch, remember? And I went out the door and I fucking hit my head on the ground, hence breaking the skull. Ange hits the seatbelt, it tightens, your body goes like that, but your organs still move. And so he ripped whatever the inside was.
Where he had the surgery. And
so here, and this is like, I don't want to say this because I'm like, I've accepted it. Bad stuff happens to good people all the time. And Ange is like, there's so much good. Like Ange is still
so much. I still think of him all the time.
Every day.
He would have been so wonderful.
He would have been we would have made millions of dollars together. He was everything I wanted, and I was everything he wanted. We were just so connected. Like it's like you have, like, regardless of the love we had, there's like the connection that him and I had. It was like we just
You
finished
guys
each
were
other.
the bestest.
He was the best. And I still, dude, at the jam in Austin, you know, I did something. I forget what I was like. I don't know what song it was, but I sang it and then or something, and I was like, this is an Angelo joke. And then I said it, and the crowd laughed. And I said, I'll do it all the time. He's like, watch his clips. There's not much, but you can see the genius.
He was so smart.
And I always tell people one of his jokes. I say it because they say never say, because people, I'll say, this is the funniest guy. And they go, all right. And I go, he would have been the next Dave Attell. And they're like, all right. And I go, I'll tell you one of his jokes. They say never say somebody's joke. But then I say, it's one of my favorites. He goes, my dad used to say, there's no I and you need to play football, faggot. And it always gets a fucking laugh. Every
and the
time.
way he read off of the piece of paper, and it was just the driest, funniest delivery. It was so
good.
He
stayed on our couch because he didn't want to work. He wanted to wander the earth.
Yeah.
He was like a radio.
He walked
he was
everywhere.
OK Computer. He was like this life is meaningless.
And he
it's
wore a
pointless.
backpack and he walked everywhere. And he carried a
huge
big thing
calves,
of water,
which made you jealous. And he had the giantest cock.
Oh my god!
Like a fucking
I
horse
do
dick.
remember he did. Yeah,
He had
him
a
and
horse dick.
Gretchen.
Byron once, because when he was living in my place or when I was staying in my place one time, he was masturbating on his like pictures of Gretchen.
Yeah.
And like Byron like was about to walk in the house and had that little window that looked in the room. He just saw Angelo's huge cock out, and Angelo like jerk, 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 picks up the phone, jerk, 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 jerk. Dude, God bless his soul. But like I said, it's like this is that bad stuff. The more you talk to people, mine just happened to be out in public. And to see the community in stand up like shut down, like it was devastating because he was so loved and no one knew what to do. And him dying, much like when Brody Stevens died.
Oh, Brody too.
And that's why I'm so happy, to bring up Jelly Roll. It's like, dude, I remember one night on the tour, he was just he changed my life financially in so many different ways. Not just that, but he paid me way more than I deserved. And the moral of the story is like, I remember how heavy he was. And I was like, one night we doing a toast and all these people. And I started crying because I was like, he's going to die. He's like 600 pounds because the universe always takes the good ones. They come here, they do good. And then they always it's like that, my buddy, what is it? Kirill, it's his assholes live forever. Mm-hmm. It's the truth. Mm-hmm. The bad, they always live forever. But what is good about it is like the jam. And dude, I made my production logo, Road Dog Entertainment. That's my LLC. The podcast, it was, because it took 6 years of like, dude, when the jam was taking off, I was a fucking junkie, a junkie. Yeah. I sold my show on Oxycontin. And I'm very lucky that I had
you
to
didn't blow your money on drugs. I'm proud of you.
I blew the benefit money on drugs, all the benefit money that they gave me. But dude, what am I supposed to do? There's no instructions of how to handle something that you go through. And, my mom gave me money for a car and I got insurance money and people thought I spent all the money on that fucking Cadillac. And I was like, dude, no. I was like, but also like everybody thought because of the drugs, I was okay. They were like, because dude, everybody, I had 500 visitors. I remember the staff at Cedar Sinai thought I was this huge celebrity. and because dude, every day it was really beautiful. But then when I got out and because of the drugs, I felt great. And I was doing spots and then everybody just slowly stopped calling. And then I was alone. And then, I sobered up, big ups to Julia Levitere because I told her and she was so sweet and helped me out. And I got through it. And then, then I got to a place, I started the jam. And because I never worked on it, I never worked on the pain that I was still carrying, the survivor's guilt, because that's a real fucking thing. When the jam started taking off, immediately, because all the industry in Hollywood just was there. And I felt like I didn't deserve it. I felt it's like I'm an addict. So it's like I have a raging ego, but I feel like a piece of shit. And so I just every jam from December 2014 until May of 2016, I was loaded. I felt great. And then I cleaned up.
When did you clean up?
May 16, 2016.
And you don't use any of that stuff anymore?
No, I haven't even had anything. Dude, it was a funny story. When I was in Munich, I broke my wrist. I fell off a scooter. We were riding around scooters because Jelly has this strong weed. And I was like, I'll take a hit. And riding around, my whole point was to find landmarks. He wanted to see everything. So I go, all right. So I was like, oh, the beer hall poosh. And I show him, hey, dude, it's the beer hall poosh. It's like where the Nazi party started. He goes, why are we here? And I'm like, it's a famous landmark. Yeah. He goes, yeah, but it's the Nazis. I go, it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about Nazis. It's a famous thing. And I go, it's kind of like going to like where the Beatles did their final performance on the rooftop. He goes, are you comparing the Beatles to Hitler? I'm like, not them, but the thing. It's a landmark. Yeah. And then we're like, they laugh about it. And I go, trust me, I think it's apt. I think I like this shit. And then I go, all right, let's take off. And then right in front, I see a guy jump the curb on a bike, but I thought it was a ramp. And I'm so high. So I go at it like 20 kilometers an hour and I flip over and I pull my wrist back and I thought I sprained it. And then the next morning I wake up at 6 a.m. in the worst pain of my life. And I call downstairs, they call me a cab. And because we were leaving at noon. So I have to be at lobby call and be on a flight at like 1 o'clock. And so I go to the hospital. I remember it was so funny. They were like, I was like, dude, it's going to be busy. So fucking turn it into Daniel Day-Lewis. And I walk in like, ah, and it's empty. And I'm like, hey, I think I hurt my wrist. Can I get in there? And
Daniel Day-Lewis.
And the woman goes, this is the best part. The woman goes, she goes, have you taken a painkiller yet? And I'm like, no, but now I'm in pain. So I'm like, all right, what am I about to get?
Oh, no.
She goes, here's some ibuprofen.
Here's a Tylenol.
Here's some ibuprofen. Yeah. And I go, ibuprofen?
Someone must have told them that you were fucking addict.
No. That's what they give. They don't give opiates like that.
That's not true.
Just in Germany.
They know your history, don't they?
Let me finish the story. So she gives me ibuprofen, and I'm like, this isn't going to work. It worked. It worked.
I feel like someone on that team was probably like,
no, there was nobody in the team there. It was me by myself.
Really?
They didn't have any of my charts. They couldn't accept my insurance.
Well, I'm really proud of you for staying clean.
And so she gives me an ibuprofen, and I go, it works. And I go, I wish I would have known this fucking worked. I wouldn't have fucking had 16 years of crippling opiate addiction.
Bro, you were
big up
so
Advil.
bad.
I wasn't. There's people way worse. But my buddy did once say the guy sold me drugs. He goes, the only person that took opiates more than you was Corey Haim.
And I remember you driving downtown.
Oh, I used to go. Well, it was Downtown Comedy Club. My first dealer was at the Cecil, and then
the fucking Cecil Hotel.
And he was in the documentary.
Google that, guys.
He was in the documentary. Did you ever see one of your friends in a commercial, and you're like, oh my God, it's Frank.
You're like, there's my drug dealer.
Oh my God, it's gay Alvin with the bad kidneys. And then
anyway, glad you're not on opiates anymore.
No, and I'll never go back. I know what I can't do. I can't drink. I can't do coke. I can't. I was drinking during Europe, having lager and wine, and I was being very responsible.
You drank?
Very responsible, dude. I mean it. Responsible. Like I didn't get drunk. I was like, oh my God, maybe I grew out of this. And then I came back to America and I got depressed. And then I started drinking. And then and then I was like, how do I get rid of this? I was like, give myself a hangover, and I did coke. That being said. If you're out there, and I know I talked about him a lot, watch the little clips. And if there's a person that you love in your life, tell them you love them, because you might never be able to do it.
Life is short, guys. Go after what you want and love who you want, and don't be fucking scared to tell people you love them, and be cool with people. Like, if you can always end on a good note with people, it's better than having animosity and
keep your side of the street clean.
Yeah,
just be a good person. Be Angelo. Be careful.
Yeah.
Don't. We all have egos. But just like your ego's not your amigo. And just love people and put love first and just have fun with what you do. Let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
This was so great. All right.
Gen X is the best generation. Your ego is not your amigo.
It's fucking good.
That's some fucking Gen X shit right there.
So what I think we got to do is I'm going to do these 5 little facts and we'll do final questions.
Okay.
This is some interesting things about this record.
My husband's like, are you dead?
No.
No, he is. Wait, hang on. Oh, he's out. I sent Tommy a picture of you and I, and he said, whose dad is that?
All right, fucking boomer. He's a fucking boomer.
He said, whose dad is that? Oh my God, Tommyland the Ride is out right now, you guys.
Tom York was
on Apple Music.
We'll play it for you, everybody. Tom York was deeply uncomfortable with fame during this era. The band nearly broke up from all that pressure. Thank God they didn't. This album is often seen as the bridge between grunge and art rock. I agree with that. Fans debate.
My pussy's the bridge between grunge and art rock.
It's grunge. My dick is art rock. I don't think the fan debate, you can even make anything. Some people, I would be curious to all the listeners, if you've stuck around this long, you stuck around past the first hour and a half of us talking about relationship.
What's his name? Rick in Illinois or whatever.
We have more than one.
I'm dead. I'm crying.
We have more than one.
Okay.
But they say, is this better? I'm curious if you like this record more than OK Computer. OK Computer means more to me. I do think it's a better record. I think it's better songwriting. I love any band that keeps reaching. And I think Kid A, I'm so excited to break that record down. Don't worry, it won't be with Britney. No, that's not like an insult.
Speaking of breakdown, just break down my fucking self on this podcast.
What a great,
I have a mental breakdown. No, it was great.
This is so
it was
fun.
great. I'm very vulnerable.
Dude, I don't get this excited.
No, it's great. We've known each other so long. It's great. Of course, it's great. You know, I just feel like it's so personal. I hope people get it because it's like we're talking about such personal stuff, like to us. You know,
I think they're gonna love it.
Like to us, it's like it's us. It's our life. You know, but.
And also this has been voted like in the NME that Street Spirit was considered and voted as one of the most depressing songs ever recorded. I think it's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
I think
I'm a street spirit.
I mean, we didn't talk about it. I wanted to ask you about you getting together with Tommy. I'm just so happy that you found him, man. I love you. And I mean it. Like when I saw you put up that first post, I was like, because it's the same thing when I found out. I hadn't talked to Tessa in a while, and then I was like, "Where have you been?" Because I sent her all these messages, but she had changed her number, and I remember she's like, "Well, I
know you really loved her.
She's so sweet. She's the dude. She was, regardless if she was doing what she was doing, she was one of the sweetest human beings I've ever met, and she was so selfless. And she would, when we were taking off, she paid for all the band's flights, never wanted money back. She would be the first person to pick up a check. And I remember the night that I got it, we were just like cooking up and fucking. Like some girl was about to throw up threw up at Canners, and she ran out of the table and just went up to help her. She didn't know this person. Like she is. And so when I finally got in touch with her,
really sweet.
When I got in touch with her, I was like, where are you? She's like, I'm about to move to Michigan, with my boyfriend. And I was like, good.
Aww,
I love that.
Maybe you guys will rekindle at some point.
If they do, great.
She's in Michigan with a boyfriend right now?
I think so. And she stacked her
Is she
cash.
not online or anything? She's offline?
She barely was online anymore. She's not doing, she didn't deactivate her OnlyFans, but she's not posting. But there are Indian guys that love titties that are still paying the $12.99 a month.
Just to see it, dude. Every day.
I still get messages like, "What is Tessa?"
I swear to God.
Oh yeah. Because they knew we dated. That being said, it's like, dude, even with you, I root for the people I love.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're doing great. I'm so happy that you guys found each other. And please come back. We'll have you back on again. For Mark's sake, we'll end it after we do final questions. Promote away. What do you have coming up? Anything?
Oh God. I mean, I'm just doing stand-up again. I'm so happy to be back on the scene. I'm just performing locally. And like people are always like, "Oh, you're gonna tour or whatever." I mean, I go on tour with Motley, and it's such a fucking insane thing to be on tour with them. And it's so fast, and we're just in and out of everywhere that I don't really have time to do shows. And then I'd have to do shows on the nights that we have shows, and I just too much. I need to be there with Tommy. So I just, guys, I just do it for fun for me. And if you're in LA, I perform in LA every week. So I just, I'm happy to be back at that and get out of the house a little bit. And, I sell my jewelry. I make jewelry. I have my OnlyFans for fun because I love being a little fucking exhibitionist.
You're hot too. Get your fucking money, dude.
Yeah, I'm get my bag.
Some of it too.
The animal shelters. I'm really obsessed with dogs, and everyone that knows me, there's a big donation thing on my OnlyFans page where you can see all the good that we've done with it, and we've done a lot of good. I saved a bat. A little baby bat.
I used to fucking remember people when you started really taking off, and people were like, "That's all her boobs and she's fake."
Everyone says that still.
I'm like, dude.
Everyone says my body's fake. I'm my face, I've definitely done stuff to, but not my body, not below my neck. But yeah, people are haters anyway.
Lekka's that word.
It's all good. Lekka's
9. Isn't she the best?
Oh, she looks great.
Hit me.
Anyway, no one cares. I don't need to be seen anywhere. No one needs to follow me. I don't really give a shit. So it's all good.
Dude.
I've been on the internet for too fucking long. I should probably log off.
I mean it. You're one of the most talented people I know.
Thanks,
and I think
Josh.
you do anything you apply yourself to. And I'm excited to see with the next shit
Thanks. Hopefully my goal in life is to just be in a Ryan Murphy show at one point, even if it's just the smallest role. I'm just such a big fan of his work. Ryan Murphy is creator of American Horror Story and all the amazing other things he's done. He just did the show The Beauty on FX, and he's just so talented. He's such a visionary, and he's someone that that would be a goal. That's my one goal. That's my last goal.
You loved American Horror Story. And we were watching that together, and then we broke up. I was like, fuck that show. Fuck American. I've never watched another episode. It was our thing. We watched that.
I loved American Horror
Potter,
Story.
Deathly Hallows too.
I don't like Harry Potter. Really.
We did go. We remember that we went. That was when we were trying to save the relationship. We went to see Harry Potter together. We never saw anyone before.
I don't think we even really liked it.
We loved it.
We
loved it.
Okay, I don't remember.
Loved it. Do you remember the hardest laugh when we went to
it.
go see the other guys?
Oh yeah, that was fucking.
And I don't think I've ever laughed harder with you. That was so great.
That was fun.
I love
wow,
it.
you have such a good memory.
We have dude. I have so many great memories, and I'm
Aww.
so glad that we continue to be
I'm
friends.
so happy to
I'm
be
so glad
here
you came
and we'll
on
be friends,
this.
of course.
Let's do the final questions. We'll get you out of here. We ask everybody that.
Okay.
These questions that we're about to ask.
Oh boy.
One, what is your favorite song on this album?
My favorite song on this album. God, that's so hard.
Gotta pick one.
Maybe I'd say Fake Plastic Trees.
It's beautiful.
Because it's just like such a melodic, like sad song, and I relate to it so much. And it just like, that's the one I used to really fucking
cut to. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say definitely Planet Telex. It's the one I keep going back to. But I love Fake Plastic Trees. I love Street Spirit. I think this is a perfect record.
Yeah.
I think I love this record. It takes me right back to when I first fucking heard it. Is this a no skip, or is there a song that you're just not attracted to? And it could be something that's popular.
You know what? I do skip.
I skip High and Dry because I've heard it so much.
Oh yeah, it's kind of worn out.
Sometimes it doesn't mean it's the worst song on the record.
Actually, you know what? No, because I can just put Radiohead. I think even with like pretty much any of their albums, I can just put it on and just play it, and I don't need to skip. I like love it, the vibe. I feel like it takes you on a journey.
It's
so I don't
full
really
album
skip.
band, for
yeah,
sure.
don't skip. I don't skip. I mean, like there's so many other bands where I'm like skip. But
Sure.
for them, I'm like, no, I fuck with the vibe. I fuck with the journey they take you on. You know
100%.
what I mean? Like it's such a journey. It's a melodic journey from start to finish.
100%.
Yeah.
Can you fuck to this record?
Oh my God, I'll try. I'll
What
tell
do you and
Tommy.
Tommy fuck to? Does
We
he
don't
put
play music. No, we
Like
literally.
go Jeffrey Dahmer style.
No, he just.
I want to hear you breathing.
No, it's usually like we're in bed in the middle of the night and he'll just roll over and be like, babe, I got a bone. I'm like, all right, let's go. I've never turned him down. Never will. He's the best. He's got a beautiful dick. He does.
I've seen it. Many
Everyone's
times.
seen it. Listen, I'm not breaking the internet by saying this, but like he has like, I mean, guys guys usually have sometimes crazy looking dicks, but he's got like a model dick. Like
he's got like Tessa's version of
everyone
tits.
knows. They've already seen it. Yeah. Like Tessa's got like crazy knockers. Tommy has like a
But not just crazy. They're girls with big titties, but then they take their bra off and they fucking
and they fall. Yeah,
they turn into fucking those fish bags you used to got at the fair. She has perfect tits.
Hers are huge.
And I'll say this about Tommy. Tommy has a perfect dick.
That shit could wear like a tuxedo. Like it's so like nice. You know
what
I mean?
A fucking great, to have the world know that.
Yeah, and he loves it too.
Oh, I know. I remember he tried to promote the tour and he stuck his dick out of his pants. I can't believe you don't fuck the music.
Not really, because it's like we'll be both. It's like usually like in the middle of the night, like we're both like asleep or sleeping, and he'll like be like, we'll both either one of us will roll over and like kind of like been together for 10 years. It's not like we like put on fucking music and light candles. And
he's also how old is he?
63.
Fuck.
Yeah, but he's still killing it. He's like
I know
his vibe is so young, and like in person, if you see him, like people don't ever believe
He's never. It's because I always say like, man, I'm so worried. Like even my clothes, I'm like, am I too old? Is 46 too old to wear? And it's not. Age is nothing but a number.
And he's mad fit.
Oh, he looks
like
great.
Tommy is fucking cut and lean, and like he has lean muscle, and he's just like a thin, fit guy. Like he doesn't have any kind of belly or fucking gross shit or anything. He's fucking skinny as fuck.
Always look good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the joke I was going to do there. I'll tell you off stage.
Okay.
It's not about him. It's not about him. Okay. But I had a funny.
Okay.
Never mind. I'll tell you off stage. It was funny. I think it's funny.
Okay.
And I'll tell you the preface of what I hear in my head. What would be your elevator pitch, like final thoughts of this record, to get someone that's never listened to Radiohead, the Benz? How would you get somebody that's never listened to it to be able to listen to it?
That they've never listened to it?
Yeah, I'm saying, what's your elevator pitch? Doesn't have to be long-winded.
Okay, I would say, hey, do you have depression? Do you like to sit there in your depression and wallow in your depression and have music that comforts you when you're depressed? You should play Radiohead, the Benz. And sit there in a dark place and it'll be really fucking enjoyable. I don't know. I mean, like literally it's like when you want, but you say it doesn't make you depressed. For me, like when I really want to like be sad and be in my sadness, I listen to Radiohead because I just feel like it's like It's almost like a happy sadness.
I've
It's like a
never
comfortable
gotten
sadness.
sad listening to Radiohead.
I'm like emotional. So like the
but
music
I cry
makes
a lot
me
for
emotional.
music.
Yeah.
I cry, dude. There's that girl Ray. I like love her music. Amy Winehouse makes me cry.
Yeah.
Nat King Cole, Stardust. We talked about all of this.
Yeah.
Vincent by Don McLean. Claire de Lune, by Claude Debussy, the
Oh
piano.
yeah,
It's like one of my
Claire
favorite
de
songs.
Lune's
All the
insane.
songs one thing I like, I fucking love. And now Ray, I can't listen to her record without crying.
Okay.
And you should check it. I think you dig it.
Okay.
My final thoughts for everybody is this is the Bends. It's an album about anxiety, identity, and realizing that success doesn't fix anything.
Wow, that could be my autobiography
I'm not
title.
done yet. I'm not done yet. It gets better.
Keep going.
It just gives your problems better lighting.
Woo!
It's Radiohead figuring out who they are. They're one of the most respected bands in the industry. If you want to know why and how it started, Pablo Honey's not the way to start. This is where you start because it's beautiful, but also in a very British way. But honestly, and I wrote this too, having you here, it feels almost appropriate because like this album, our relationship had emotional highs, confusing lows, moments of brilliance, and at least one part where nobody knew what the hell was going on. Me on drugs. But that's what makes art great.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes relationships great.
Just hit her on the head. Poor Lecca.
I love her, dude. She loves being in bed.
Yeah, that was crazy. What a fucking 2.5 hour
I'm not
podcast.
done.
All
Can
right.
I finish my fucking? This is what the fans wait for.
3 hours.
No, it's not 3 hours.
Yes, it is. We started at 8.
We started. No, we didn't start at 8. What time? Where are we at? 2.5.
Oh, okay.
That's. Trust me. I listen. And Mark, I'll throw you extra cash.
George Lucas.
I'll give you extra cash. I know you guys have to edit this, so I'm going to do the intro very quickly. But dude, this is. I don't get to see you that often.
I know.
And I don't give a fuck.
So good to see
if anybody's still listening, which I know they are. This is great.
You put it on YouTube. I'll share it.
But I want to say this in closing. I mean, and talking about the relationship, that's what makes great art. It's like and great relationships. It's like they don't have to make sense. They just have to make you feel something.
Oh wow!
And in the Bends, it makes you feel everything, whether you like it or not. And I can't thank you enough for coming on.
Oh, I was happy to be here, Josh. I love you.
Yeah. Let's end it there. What did I tell you? The one and only Brittany Furlan, who still might be sitting right there. Follow her on Instagram at Brittany Furlan. You have a website? BrittanyFurlan.com.
I have a link tree. If you just look up Brittany Furlan's link tree, it's all
You'll find it. Go to her Instagram. You'll find everything.
Yeah, the link's in the bio on Instagram.
And just follow her. She got an incredible life. She's an incredible person. Subscribe to her OnlyFans, dude. She gives money to the fucking ASPCA, to puppies and stuff. Now, we just listened to Radiohead from 1995. We had somebody that Distrokid picked, and I have to tell Alex this because he doesn't know it, but we are going to be playing Tommyland by her husband, Tommy Lee, which is available right now on all formats, Spotify, physical, wherever way you can get it. Tommy Lee is one of the coolest dudes. I was able to meet him and play with him before. So happy she's married to him, and he's an incredible musician. You know how much I loved Motley Crue. So support her, support him. Tommyland will be our song. I got to call Alex. And you can find links to the music on our website, the500podcast.com. If you are in a band and you were directly influenced by one of these albums or artists and you want your music played on the 500s, send us your song to 500podcast@gmail.com and put the album and artist that influenced you in the subject line. Next week, it's a goodie. I recorded it today right before this one. It's 110, The Velvet Underground, Loaded. This is the record where I get it about the Velvet Underground. That's a warning. It's going to be a goodie. I'm not going to barely tell you the guest, but we're going to post a picture because I'm going to do it already because I did it today. It's awesome. So much fun. Thank you for tuning in. Do your homework. We'll see you soon.